Welcome back to the Bunt. We are super excited to be here for episode 1 of season 20. Y'all know exactly what it is. I'm D Jones. I got my main man, the Ghost, with me. We got Ants One behind the scenes, and we also have Jay Burrows behind the scenes as well. Absolutely killing it for us week in and week out. Couldn't do it without y'all. Ghost, a full YouTube season. What do we got planned for episode 1?
It's crazy, man. 20 is a big number. Honored to be here. You know what I'm saying? We out here, D Jones. Episode 1, season 1. Y'all know our boys at the 9 Club. Perfectly timed interview with them before we went live on YouTube for the first time. And now it's time to return the favor. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Chris Roberts in for episode 1. It was a joy to chop it up with him. Absolute legend in the skate and pod game. So sparking it with a beast interview with our man Crob, and then taking y'all straight to the post office. Fill that shit up, people. We back. Get the inbox popping, and of course ending it with the rundown. You know what I'm saying? Football season in full effect. Basketball tipped off yesterday because you're hearing this Wednesday. Hockey back, man. We're fucking ready, guys. Let's do it.
Well, one thing we forgot to talk about in the rundown, and I won't bore the people because that's what this is, but the Major League Baseball playoffs are well underway as well, with the potential of a New York's Yankees facing either the New York Mets, which would be insane, or the LA Dodgers. So a big one for all those baseball fans. Maybe we get a baseball email or two mixed in there. I know our homies in LA fucking love that shit. But the Ghost said season 1, episode 1. He meant to say season 19, episode 1. Got your back.
Season 20.
We were on no. Oh. Well, you were referencing when we were on the 9 Club, and it was around then. I've confused us both. Yeah. And make sure to follow us on Instagram at The Bunt Live. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And then hit us up on our Patreon, patreon.com/The Bunt. And then thank you, everyone, for sliding into the web shop, thebuntlive.com.
We're also launching the YouTube membership thing. So we're trying to do post office and rundown live. So slide into the membership. We're going to get that popping.
Absolutely. It has been a long off season. A lot of skate videos have come and gone. But the Ghost will pick one. Shoutout of the week.
Hey, man, you already know what time it is. Shoutout of the week brought to you by The Den, your home for all the highest quality skate videos in the game. You dig? It's free with over 2,000 videos curated by the people like us, the Bunt, built to preserve the classics and feature all the newest releases in the highest quality. It's available everywhere, Apple, Android, on the web, the big screen through Apple TV. Get there. It's free. Enter theden.com/bunt. Fresh on my mind, you know what I'm saying? It's SOTY season, and we had a barn burner about a week ago. Shane Goes 2. Shane Goes 1, one of my favorite parts of all time as far as singles, and did not disappoint. Shane O'Neill, of course, one of the most talented in the game. You know what I'm saying? Couple of legal tricks, my guy. Couple of legal tricks.
We love those. Love to hate them.
But he always makes up for them with the bangers and the crispiness. Favorite clip, Donald, real quick.
Favorite clip. Nollie backside flip, switch front nose grind, half cab.
Whew. On the curb, yes.
Have you ever tried?
Hell no.
Nollie backside 180 nose grind even?
Oh, yeah. I ate shit, so I haven't tried again.
It's hard to gauge where you are, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely fucked. I think my favorite clip, or one of them, let's go with that switch flip back lip, just vintage.
Oh. Dude, does he do switch pop shove, switch front crook a handrail?
Regular.
I'm going to do one of those. Pop shove front crook, not a handrail. Like a curb.
Yeah. Oh, that nollie heel back lip line too. I don't know. Too much good shit. Shane O'Neill. Shane Goes 2. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
There is only one thing left to do before we get into this Chris Roberts interview. And we need to get ourselves a couple pints. Where do we find the coldest beer on earth, Seifa?
Hey, man, if you've been in Toronto and you know about King Street, you know what I'm saying, a little upper echelon vibes, we infiltrating that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We used to be in the burger grungy spots that we love. And that's where you'll find us. Yes. But if you want to, you know, get a little champagne, but then crush a beam ski.
Or go on a date.
Head down. You want to impress your date? Head down to Public Gardens. You know what I'm saying? Get that steak frite. Get that fucking Beamer, ice cold. You know what I'm saying? Public Gardens, Beamer, King in Portland. You know what time it is.
All right. Only one thing left to do. The moment you've all been waiting for. The crossover event of the century. Chris Roberts in Studio E. Let's do it. All right. Let's get this thing popping. We have the one and only Chris Roberts in the building on the other side of the table this time.
That's right. Cheers.
What's going on?
Chilling, man. How you guys doing?
We're good.
Straight chilling. Dog.
What season are we on? What is this?
It's a big one for us.
What?
20.
Season 20?
Season 20. Yep.
Damn. How many episodes is that?
By the end, it'll be 20 times 12 minus 2, whatever that is.
Minus 2? What happened?
The first one we only did 10.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay. I'm not good at math, but I think that's probably 20 episodes or something.
Oh, it's like
200
240-ish. I can't do math either, but
I think it's like 40.
It's a 40 that you've listened to. So, Chris,
congrats, bro. Congrats. First of all, congrats. Because I know how hard it is. Trust me, I know how hard it is to do these podcasts. So any kind of milestone that we hit, dude, hats off, man. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, G.
Of course.
Appreciate you, man. So we start every show off the same. Favorite skate moment, favorite sports moment.
Oh, dude. Favorite? I don't know if can I start with the sports?
Whatever you'd like.
I don't know if a lot of people make this claim, you know, it was their favorite sports moment in Lakers history when Robert Horry shot the shot at the top of the three and made it. That was huge. But I was a Robert Horry fan way before that. I had 2 of his jerseys. I had his home jersey, I had his away jersey. And I'm a fan of his swagger on the court and just the way that he held. I'm a Robert Horry, dude, he's my guy. So when that happened, come on, please. So that's my favorite sports. 100% Robert Horry.
Big shot Bob, man.
You know
so sick.
100%.
Is that one of those moments where you got to tell people it meant more to me than you?
Well, people will.
I'm a little happier than you are.
People will claim, that was a huge shot. So people will say that was a big moment. But for me, it was just Horry, it was like, when you get a hat and somebody, before anybody has the hat, and then you go outside and everybody's got that hat and you're like, shit, everybody's got my fucking hat, man. Kind of like that. Favorite
that was Jerron's favorite as well, by the way.
Okay, I gotta change it. I gotta change mine. Kurt Gibson, when he was rounding the bait. No, I'm just kidding. Favorite skateboard moment? I don't know, man. I think any Eric Costin part that came out. Big Eric Costin fan over here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a moment. Why would I have a moment for other people?
So what's a personal one then?
Personal?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go that way then.
I will say that. If I have to talk about myself, chocolate tour, nollie heel over the bump to barrier, the little barrier thing, in Eagle Rock. That was just a cool moment because Richard Mulder was there, a couple other heads were there, and it was kind of when I was first trying to, getting into the crew. And so just to do that trick, which I didn't think I could do it, but I did it. And for him to be there and a couple other people, I forget who was there, but it was dope. That was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a good
clutch shit like Robert Ory, man. You needed to make it happen, and you did it.
Honestly, it was like a last try attempt. Like I was like, fuck, dude, this is not gonna happen. Like we gotta go. And I did it.
Pack it up.
Yeah. Pack it up.
Nice.
Hell yeah. So Chris, take us back to the beginning, man. Where'd you come up and how'd you get into skating?
Grew up in Malibu, California. I don't know. I don't have the most glorious, starting to skate story. I think just my friends. We were out doing stuff, BMX, whatever you want to do. I mean, I started when I was 15, so a little late in the game. But my friends just kind of picked it up, and there was a couple other skaters at the school. We just kind of followed suit, and that was it. I just got aboard. So nothing special, no Christmas complete,
Damn.
no nothing.
So you're a quick learner because I was just rewatching your Daniel Policelli put together that like mega mix of you, and like some of the earliest clips, you couldn't have been much older than 15.
Yeah, I was going through the timeline, I think with Daniel Castillo one time, maybe on the show, maybe off the show. But I was trying to piece together everything because I met him kind of early on. He was like my first sponsor type guy. He was just flowing me boards. Yeah, I think I was at least like a year or two into it. I'd have to go back and really dig, but yeah, very fast learner. I'm just good at everything.
So, what would you consider your first big break in the skate industry?
Meeting Tim Dowling, because I was skating in Malibu. All my friends were kind of like going down the drug route and like getting out of skating. And I kind of needed to find another group of friends to skate with. So I kind of like ventured out into Santa Monica. I met Tim Dowling, filmed a Listen video, Mouse video, bunch of girl videos, chocolate projects. And he kind of like took me under his wing. Like from there, I met Eric Dressen. I met, a lot of these guys on Girl and Chocolate. So I think that Tim Dowling was probably very instrumental in helping me navigate, like meeting all these guys for sure.
So fast forwarding a bit, getting on a legendary brand like Chocolate, it's got to be a special moment. How'd that happen for you, man?
Honestly, I don't know how it happened. It was kind of, no, for real. Like listen, we're talking about a point in Chocolate and Girl where they weren't putting anybody on really. Like the last person to get on Chocolate was probably like Mike York, like they had their team solidified. They had everything going. And I was like, just the guy hanging around. I was skating with them. I was finally getting boards from them at a certain point. And then I think it was just kind of like, I remember I went into Rick's office one day and I was like, cause I was like working at a health food store in Malibu, I was a milkman out there, taking care of the milk and the tofu and yogurts. But, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Should I like continue down this road? And so I went into Rick's office, I just wanted to question. I was just questioning. I said, hey, listen, what should I do? Like, should I stick with this or should I like try to find something else or like what's going on? Cause I knew kind of the formula over there. And he was like, you know what, let me talk to a few people and let me see what's good. And so I think from there he talked to everybody and it was kind of in the same time when Paulo Diaz was kind of on his way out as well. So he wasn't really skating. And so I think they kind of made the change. Like so I kind of like snuck in there. You know what I mean?
One in, one out.
Kind of. That's the way I remember it.
Spot in the van opened up.
Yeah. It's kind of how I remember it. But yeah, I don't remember that there wasn't an exact day or there wasn't an exact like, hey, you're on. It was just kind of like I was just kind of in there,
A check just showed up in the mail.
Yeah. Those were nice. I did give them my address for sure. Social security number and all that stuff.
You wrote for Adio the majority of your career. How did that connection first take place? And was there ever a thought or discussion on moving over to Lakai, obviously being part of the Crail Tap family?
No, I think they were already, I think they knew what I was capable of. And Lakai was like, no, we're good. Thank you.
We've given you enough.
Yeah, you know what? I think it'll just we'll just call it here, and then that'll be it. Honestly, dude, like Kenny Anderson, I was on this other shoe company called Force Shoes with Clyde Singleton and Mike York. Great gangster, wow. Dude. I can't believe it. Clyde's one of my favorite skaters of all times. Like, he's got such fucking. He looks really good on his board, in my opinion. But so I was writing for this company, Force. It was a great paycheck, you know. It was a great paycheck, and then they kind of went. I don't know. The leadership over there wasn't really happening, so I was kind of a free agent. Kenny was like, "Dude, come over to Adio. It's all good." So he kind of just, again, like, you know, I tend to go underneath the door, you know, slide in there. I don't know how. But yeah, Kenny Anderson, Adio. That was a great sponsor. Went on many tours. We skated with Bam Margera.
Ooh,
crazy.
You got a Bam story?
Dude, Bam.
You got it.
Dude, he was on tour with us, and Bam's a cool, like, Roger Bagley, obviously, like, you know, my partner in the 9 Club. He filmed for Adio, filmed for Viva La Bam, so he knew Bam, and I just knew of this guy, right? And this persona on television, and he's a cool dude. Like, I feel like I feel like he just kind of turns it on when the cameras are on, but other than that, he's just kind of like a normal dude. So I was kind of like, whoa, this dude's like, I thought he was going to be crazy. I thought I'd have to, like, you know, cover my nuts and like watch my back, and, you know, and it wasn't like that at all. And then this one skate park, it might've been in Kentucky or something, man. It had this crazy concrete full pipe, and boom, he tries to do this trick and knocks his head, throws up. You know, when you knock your head and you throw up, that's like bad. So he went to the hospital. I don't think I saw him ever since. I think he went for that tour. I think he just went home, like flew out or something. But he's a cool dude, man. Like, love Bam.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. So you got honored with having a part in Transworld video. I feel like when those were still some of the most anticipated videos of all of skating. I feel like they're prime, obviously for older guys like Modus and The Reason and stuff, but like Time to Shine, In Bloom, that was also a really dope era of Transworld videos. Looking back, how fun was it working on that, and then being in a project with some greats like P-Rod, Dylan Reeder, Chad Tim, and even the underground legend Ronson Lambert.
Dude, Ronson Lambert, dude. I'll say this about the Transworld video. Transworld videos, of course, like you said back then, were very, you know, it was like you were doing something else for the companies, right? And a lot of people would turn pro after that, get a shoe, like a lot of good things would happen. And a lot of things didn't happen that were good for me. First of all, that part, I busted my Achilles tendon. I've told this story before, but I'll be a broken record. I busted my Achilles tendon filming for that part. You got about 8 to 9 months, maybe a little bit more to film for those Transworld videos. And I was filming with John Holland. Shout out to John Holland. We went on one trip. I went on one trip, a couple of trips actually, one to Barcelona. And I will say that is the best Transworld part of being in the Transworld video, I would say. Not just, filming with John Holland, but also I got to kick it with Dylan Reeder. And that was like the first time that I got to really know him and talk to him. And, you know, we were all sharing a house, you know, like one of those, like, you know, you rent an apartment out there. And I made him laugh. And I was like, damn, I made Dylan Reeder laugh, dude. That's so sick. And I don't know. It was just that moment. And we became friends after that, but, you know, not like super close, but I don't know. That for me was like, wow, like this dude is really dope. And like, I'm stoked looking back at it. I'm stoked that I was able to, like, you know, just hang out with them and just kick it with them. And, but yeah, the whole Achilles, you know, I spent thousands of dollars out of my own pocket. I didn't have insurance at the time, trying to do rehab on it, physical therapy, you know, and every week John Holland would hit me up. Hey, ready? And I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going on with it. So I don't know if anybody's had Achilles tendon problems, but it's it's not fun and it takes a long time to heal. And yeah, so he even asked me if I wanted to like postpone my part and put it in the next Transworld video after that. And I was like, dude, just put out whatever I can, whatever you want. I can't do this for another year. And that's why there was like a lot of shove-its in there and a lot of just, it was like super, I call it my mellow part because I couldn't flip my board. I couldn't do a lot of stuff, you know, because of this. So I was literally at the tail end of trying to heal up into the Achilles and then like just skating on a bad ankle, you know, and going to physical therapy and stuff. So, but it was cool. Shout out to everybody involved. Jason Hernandez, John Holland, like Bronson Lambert. It's dope. It's dope.
Legend.
Yeah. I'm honored.
Dude.
I'm honored.
Hey, you still had some banging ass clips in there.
Thank you, Ghost.
Don't get too down on yourself. Fakey Varial Flip Manny and the NBD. I'm assuming at the time your ender. Was that through Achilles pain or were you feeling good on that bar strip?
Honestly, I might need John Holland to corroborate on this, but going back to that Barcelona trip, I filmed that trick, fakey varial switch, fakey manual, and then I was trying fakey varial flip out, and sprained my ankle getting into it. So first day, sprained the ankle, and I think that the fakey 5.0 360 shove out, I think that was the last day. So I only got to skate like the first day and the last day of that trip. I'm telling you, the whole
it was a battle.
I don't want to put any bad, like I love everybody, but for me, it was just nothing was lining up with that part.
Yeah.
So it is what it is,
sucks.
though.
I feel you. I dealt with an Achilles thing for a whole year because I just didn't know how to heal it. And I finally went to see the right person. And then I was good in like 2 weeks, which was extremely frustrating because I was just like, you know how it is. You feel better one day. It's like one step forward, 2 steps back. And it just keeps going. And it gets pretty depressing when it just months start to add up.
Trust me, dude.
I feel you.
I'm with you, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to bring back the Time to Shine bearded Manny assassin look?
I don't know.
We haven't seen that in quite some time.
Who is that guy? I don't even know who that is. Bearded. I've never had a beard. My razor broke on a trip. Okay. I don't use Bics. I don't bic my face. I use electric razors. I like a little stubble. You know, I don't like to go clean to the skin. And, it broke on a trip and I didn't get that new one. And, you know, I was on a tour with MJ and he's a mountain man too. I said, listen, if it works for MJ, I got this, bro. I didn't have that. No. So no, my beard's patchy. It ain't for me, man. No. If the patches fill in, but no.
It was solid at the time. I forgot rewatching your parts this week. I was like, yo.
Dude. Also, I'm surprised you didn't ask me if I'm going to bleach my hair again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you had your Eminem phase and then your fucking grizzly bear phase.
Yeah. And you know what? It's life, man. We all go through phases.
Sure. Hey, if you watch me and Donald's old shit, we got the 5XTs and shit. So, you know, we've all got skeletons.
Growing up in Canada thing. Was the bleached hair, was that an Eminem thing or is that a Mike Carroll thing?
That was just a meat. I don't know. I was just doing shit. I didn't even think about it. I think after that, I like had like burgundy hair. Like I put some I don't know. I was just experimenting. I don't think I was, besides skating, I don't think I was that influenced by like other skaters, you know? Like, I don't think I was like, oh, Mike Carroll had that. Like, otherwise I would have had fucking those little braid things, you know? Like, no. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I just did it. You know, you do stupid shit.
Yeah. And now we're here, hopefully not doing as much stupid shit these days.
I think we're still doing stupid shit, dude, to be honest.
Yeah, tough to say. I mean, every time we film a skit, it's pretty stupid.
And you still put it out, right?
Yeah. When we had, going back in time a bit from Time to Shine, when we had Duran on the show, we asked him about how he felt about being in Yeah Right, and he was grateful to have been in the project, but a little disappointed in himself for not coming through with a full part. All these years later, when you look back, how do you feel about it? And because you had like a short and extremely sweet part in one of the greatest videos of all time.
I'm going to use Jerron's words. I mean, I'm blessed. Like, I am extreme. I can't even believe that I'm involved with this company and these people, you know, like these are my idols growing up. This is their company, Spike Jones, Megan Baltimore, Rick Howard, Mike Carroll. Like, I can't believe they even gave me a chance. I was never happy with any part I put out, dude. I was just happy to be in the fucking building, you know, like I was just stoked that they were there, that they supported what I wanted to do, with my skating. And, yeah, I was stoked on the, you know, couple little, probably that was maybe the courthouse stuff was probably my most happiest moments of skating with like getting clips, you know, because like the stage was kind of like popping off. We were skating that thing every weekend, and then the long ledge, the Nosegrind and 5-0, like nobody was really messing with that thing. And I was kind of like, I wasn't even thinking about it. Like Robbie McKinley, rest in peace, he tried to like crooked grind it, got broke off. A couple other people tried to no slide it, maybe I forget his name. No slide big spin maybe, but that's it. Nobody was really touching that thing. So I said, let me give this a shot, you know, and try to hold and I don't know. I just like long grinds. So
I was going to say, I'm also a fan of long grinds, so I always appreciate seeing them. But I thought those should have been your last two clips because like you said, no one was really skating that thing. And your section starts with the 5-0 and Nosegrind, and then goes to the smaller ledge where you're doing techer tricks. But yeah, that Nosegrind, super heavy, and holding a 5-0 balance like that, also not easy.
Yeah, I don't know. We kind of come from the same era. Maybe you're a little bit younger, but I came from the era of like, you know, nollie back tails, like bonking, like nollie back tail bonk, and like to fakie, and like, you know, little Nosegrind 180s and stuff like that. And I just was like, dude, nobody that I was seeing was just holding the fucking thing, you know, and balancing. And to me, I'm a manualer, so I want to emulate the manual. You know, I want to do the same thing on the ledge. So I don't know. But yeah, I like a good, every now and then I see it, you know, when they're dragging, when they're chasing, I'm just like, dude, just lift that little tail up a little bit, dude. Just balance on that thing, man.
Yeah, do you guys call it? Well, you guys don't have snow down there. We call those snow plows. When the nose or tail.
I call them chasing the dragon.
Yeah, we had don't know, who'd we have on where it was so awkward right out of the gate because I made a joke. Oh,
Tommy Sandoval.
Yeah.
His back nose grind line.
He has a part where he starts a line with like a back nose grind on a picnic table on the top and like snow plows it, and I like made a little joke and he just wasn't feeling it, and then
I don't think he understood it.
First minute of the interview, just like, oh shit, here we go.
That's why you gotta. That's why you gotta say like, "Hey man, you're looking great. Look at you." You know, that's you got to start it off an interview like that.
Yeah.
Not like, "Hey man, that snow plow you did was pretty plowed."
Well, it's like in a line to like a 14 stair rail or something like that. I don't even think he cared what that trick looked like because it was half nose grind, half crooked grind. It was all sorts of things.
I mean, dude, I don't know if any of us has skated a 14 stair rail, so I've nose plow away.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the only trick we could relate to. That's why we brought it up. Chris, looking at the state of the industry these days across the board, are you happy you came up when you did, or would you have preferred to come up in this era? Completely different beasts.
Dude, I'm extremely happy I came up. I mean, here's the deal. I look at my skateboarding. I was a skater, bro. Like I was on a team with, you know, Costin and Guy Mariano and Kenny Anderson and Mark John. Like I wasn't that dude. I was like supporting cast. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I felt. But I think it was just a lot easier back then, especially if you knew, like like, I just kind of floated in there. Like, I never made a sponsor me tape. I did send Rodney Mullen a sponsor me tape, and then he asked for another one. And I said no.
You got one, Rodney.
You got one, dude. You want another one? Jesus Christ. You see my work. No, dude, I don't want to come up in skating in this day and age. I don't even know if people know. I don't even know where the industry's going right now. Like, I don't know if you guys have any, like, is everything all right? Somebody dropped some shit over there. I heard something. I don't know. Like, there's so many, like, you know, it's all social media based, it's influencer based, it's YouTube based now. I feel like, I don't know. I'm stoked to come up when I came up, for sure. There ain't no way I'm trying to I suck at social media.
Really?
You're all over there, though.
What are you talking about?
Got all your YouTube videos and...
Yeah, but that's not social media. That's
pretty much the same thing. You live it on the internet.
You don't like the Instagram side of it, but
yeah.
It's
like,
just very invasive. Like,
well, everybody overthinks it. Oh, should I post this? Should I post that? Oh, I don't know if I should post this on the story or put it on the feed and da-da-da-da-da. And like, I get caught up in that too, you know? YouTube videos, I do my stupid little thing. They're not even serious. I just, you know what I mean? I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to make a crazy video on YouTube, you know? Just, half the shit is weird.
Yeah. Not that me and Dono came up, but I feel like if I had the choice to like have a pro career when we were growing up and like watching you guys and stuff versus now, I think I would pick back in the day too, man. Seems like there's too many mouths to feed and not enough money to feed them all, like not even close.
I feel like I feel like it was kind of the same thing back then, but at the same time, like, I think there was more opportunities back then, right? There was more opportunities to get on a shoe company and have a colorway. There was more opportunities. Like, the most mediocre skater had like a pro shoe back then, you know, like there was more opportunities, when nowadays it's like the shoe game is kind of wrapped up. The energy game is kind of the only ways to like really dive in there. Everybody else is on like board royalties, you know? How many boards are pros really selling every month?
Yeah, because there's so many of them now.
Like,
but you came up in
real.
like the land of the legends, you know? Like, people can get away with just showing what they're doing every day now. Like, I'm skating this park, I have this new product. Yeah, like, you guys really, if you didn't have an interview or a new part coming, people weren't going to see you for a while.
True.
So there is like added pressure in like making sure those video parts hit.
Yeah. But then there's guys like Gino Iannucci and like the guys who are very elusive, right? And they have a couple clips and everybody who just wants more. And then I have like a full part and everybody wants less, you know? So it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's
but
crazy.
Like, was there pressure when you know that like your only coverage coming out is Yeah Right? And like you're seeing what everyone else is doing in Yeah Right? Are you like,
dude, I don't think we weren't even, nah. I just knew that we were in the right place. Like, I was in the right place. Like, I'm with these guys. The only thing that besides filming the video parts that we had to do was like go shoot photos. So we'd go out, you know, with Playback one day. We'd go out with like a Rick Cossack. We'd go out with, you know, like any photographer that was around, you know. And I think that's why sometimes you would see like, oh, this person got a photo or they got a sequence, but there's no footage of it, you know, or vice versa, right? So, yeah, I think back then it was just, we were just doing our thing. We were really like knowing, you know, like you're filming for, I don't know what the video is even called. Yeah, right. I don't know. Like, you're just, you know what I mean? We're just out there with our buddies. Like, I think that's a mentality that we had, but that's also different from nowadays, right? Nowadays, it is all about the project and the race for Sodi and you could see it, right? You could see the scrapes on the ground trying to, you know, claw their way in there. And you're just like, dude, I grew up, I didn't even know this being sponsored was even a possibility. Like, I didn't even, furthest thing, I was like, dude, that's impossible. Those are those guys. And it's impossible to reach. No way. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot what the question was.
coming up then or now. Yeah, I don't know. Now we got the Olympics. We got fucking, I don't know. It's definitely hectic. It feels like more of a full-time job now, probably, if you want to.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it was way
top.
cooler back then, though. You could just kind of live your life in peace and drop a video part every 2 years.
Not even 2 years, like every 5 years.
5 years,
in some
yeah.
cases.
You get to go on like wicked tours and do demos and really like make an impact on the kids. I remember like every demo I went to as a kid, I was like, that's my new favorite team.
Right.
And like now I don't even want to watch skating half the time. There's just too much shit. I don't even know what to watch.
Join the club.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is what it is. We could either be bitter old men and hate whatever's going on right now, or embrace it, because the kids are always going to win. They're the ones that are kind of in control. You know what I mean? To a certain degree, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like the companies
100%.
kind of just cater to whatever's going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, luckily, I don't think any of us are like that, or else we wouldn't be podcasting and like still caring so much about what's going on.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love to see what's going on. Even though I may not agree with it or hate some shit out there, I'm still like, you know, at the end of the day, like our goal in the 9 Club is to celebrate skateboarding. You know, I think there's a lot of drama channels and this and that try to just go after like all the negative. It's like, dude, we're here. We've been in the industry. We know, like, we just want to celebrate these people, you know, like skateboarding, dude, it's not a easy business, you know. Everybody's fucking broke and poor.
Yeah, exactly. We still love it though.
Yeah, 100, dude. I mean, I wouldn't be here if I didn't, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of podcasting as opposed to skating, you got us when we came on. Shoutout, that was so fun. To the 9 Club, you got us to tell the origin story of the Bunt. What's the origin story of the 9 Club, man?
I was doing a company, involved with the company with Mark Johnson and Ken Anderson, the Back 40. As you guys do, we did little stupid skits and we were just having fun. You know, it's like, at that time too, a lot of videos were serious. There was everybody was serious about skateboarding, and we were just wanted to lighten the mood a little bit and just have fun and do stupid, corny shit. And podcasting was blowing up back then. There was the Serial podcast that had come out, and it was just taking off. And I wanted to do a podcast with Kenny and Mark, and I bought all this equipment, and it was like I put up a couple GoPros, and I'd go over to like MJ's house, and Kenny was always out of town or doing something else. And so we filmed a couple of them with MJ. We put them out, and then it was just really hard to get the band together. You know, and I wanted to do a weekly thing. It kind of knew that like, hey, we needed to be consistent at this. Like I knew we had, because Mark's he's a hilarious dude. Kenny's funny also. So, and then so Roger wanted to help. And I was like, dude, it's hard to get these people together. I don't know. We should just do one ourselves. I don't know who actually sparked that conversation. Maybe it was both. Maybe it was him. Maybe it was me. I don't remember. But I went back to Mark and Kenny, because I'm not just going to go off and do something else that we tried to start with Back 40 and just go and do it over here. So I went to them. I said, hey, like, it's hard to get this together. Like, I want to do it with you guys, but like Roger wants to help me out, and we think that we could have something over here. And they're like, yeah, dude, go ahead, do it. Awesome. Just, you know, have fun. And so then me and Roger got GoPros, and we got the whole thing, and Roger and Kelly were living together. Kelly had just gotten home from like Japan or something. We pulled Kelly out of his room. Kelly, get out of here. We want to talk to you. You know, we put him down, and he's just like, what the fuck's going on? This is crazy. And so we filmed like the pilot. I know you guys have a pilot too, right? That you never put out, or you did?
Yeah. No, we didn't.
There's probably good reason for that. That's why we didn't put our pilot out either. And then so we showed it to our buddy Eric Longden. Eric Longden also with Roger Bagley. They do Hot Ones. They do sneaker shopping. They do all this fun stuff on some other shit. And he was like, dude, you got something here, man. Let me help you. So with his 3 cameras and Roger's 3 cameras, like legit cameras, we set up a little set and pulled Kelly out again. And by then, Kelly had... did he get back on Expedition, or did he leave? I think he got back on Expedition. can't remember, but some things had changed between the first.
I think
pilot.
he got back on because I think I remember talking about that on the Bunt, like, and just being like, damn, like Kelly, like we didn't think it was dope that they like kicked him to the curb and then like offered the. Anyways, sorry,
I think a lot of no. I think a lot of people had that sentiment, but I think also too he just had a different. It's always different when you're inside the game rather than like outside looking in. You know what I mean? So I think. But so Eric and then so we started just reaching out to our friends. It was basically like all of our friends helped us start this thing, like Daniel Castillo, Joey Brzezinski, like Davis Torgerson, like everybody in the first 10 episodes were like our buddies, and we're just like, hey, come in here. And I think it's a wrap. I think we just kind of took it and ran with it. We knew that we had to get one out every week. We just knew that. So yeah. Something like that.
I love that. It's crazy, the similarities. And of course the timeline is insane too.
Well, you guys we started within a couple weeks of each other, right?
Yeah, it was like a week or two.
Yeah.
Like something insane.
I love that everybody thinks that there's some underlining beef, and I love that there's like this like Bunt's bet. Like we get comments all the time like, Bunt, dude, fuck the Bunt is the shit, and I don't know if you get comments like 9 Club's
Dude,
better.
sure.
They had and you're just like we're
funny.
Completely different.
Yeah. The same person could do both and it's going to be a completely different conversation. 100%. And that used to be annoying, but now it's like, yeah, we're definitely so in our own lanes. Dude. And it's all mutual love. But I find one thing funny. Like I definitely see the comments both ways, but for sure, when we finally entered the YouTube space, it was like, we were getting so much hate from 9 Club people. Because there's a lot of people that have known you since day one, haven't known us, and that just watch on YouTube. So they felt like we were some new random podcast, and like so many hate. Like we don't care, obviously, but it was funny, and
it's hard.
Wasn't expecting it. Like, oh shit! Like all the YouTube kids that are like, even probably on our interview with you guys. Like I just remember on YouTube being like, oh damn! Like we're stepping into new waters that 9 Club's already fucking been in for a while.
The last thing we needed was another new layer of comments to read.
Dude, and it's only
Jesus
gonna
Christ,
get,
now we got to keep up with these too.
It's only going to get worse from here. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
No, the funny thing is that like people think they need to pick one or the other, and it's like in anything like you're interested in life, like all the new content, like you're down for. So to have to choose one skate pod is like a funny thing to think you have to do. You guys stay grinding and keep the pod coming out nonstop, which is one of the things that we admire the most about the 9 Club. That said, how often do you get to actually skate these days? Because I know how busy it can get.
Never. That's why I do respect any skateboarder with a business, right? I mean, look at Rick Howard, Mike, like anybody that owns a company. It becomes a day job, right? Like you guys have seasons, so I'm sure that like frees up a little bit of your time, but I know for a fact that you guys are working off season too, right? You guys are trying to probably book guests and put things together, and like you're not just out there on a beach sipping a pina colada, enjoying the you know what I mean, enjoying the off season, right?
Yeah,
we have blue collar jobs as well,
right?
To make this thing move,
dude. So yeah, I try to get out as much as I can, and nowadays it goes in waves, right? I kind of get like sparked, and then I plummet, and then I'm just like, let me just chill. Like you talk about skating so much, you watch so much skateboarding that it kind of like overloads you a little bit. If that's like, it's so interesting, but it does. Like I get burnt like pretty quick. So I try to get out there as much as I can, and I've been going to these little trips here and there. Like I just went to Des Moines and skated their skate park out there.
Oh yeah, sick.
It was cool, man. So I don't know. I tried my best, but dude, you know, it's a grind, man. I don't get out as much as I want to, because also I don't want to go skate before I do a show. because then I'm burned. I just want to go home, take a nap. I want to eat something. Like, I'm not going to go out and burn myself out and then have to go sit down with, you know, whoever, you know?
When you do get out there, do you find these days, like if a kid was to come up to you, are you having more and more kids that know you from the pod or from your skate, like prime days?
Do you know how many comments I get? Like, I didn't even know this guy skated. Like, it's fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, no, and I'm sure you guys have, because like you guys didn't have a skate career. Am I correct? Like you guys had like little things here and there, but never like, like a title sponsor or something, right?
Yeah. Like we never lived off skating at any point. Like,
right. Yeah. So, cause when you get noticed in the streets for skateboarding, it's kind of like, you know, hey, I love your part, or hey, I love your skating, or hey, I got your board, or, you know, now I'm sure you guys could relate to this, where you're out in public and you get recognized and people know you. Like they know that you had irregular bowel movement that morning. You know what I mean? Like they know that, like, because you talk about it, right? They know everything, and they'll come up, hey dude, and they'll want to like talk to you, like, because they know you.
Yeah. You know? And we definitely overshare sometimes, like, because sometimes you just feel like you're actually just talking in a private setting, even though there's hella people listening. So, but like you with the memory thing, like sometimes people will just be like, yo, I have the worst memory. So it could be the week prior's episode. And it's like, yo, you said that. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude. And you guys probably film some of these like, you know, weeks in advance.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes we'll film something that won't come out in like a month, you know? But yeah, it's cool. I love it. I love it because without them, like we wouldn't be here. So like, I'm all about like the people who watch our show and come up and want to take a minute and chat. Like I'm all about it. Cause without that person, we're not anything, you know. They're the ones that make us, you know, who we are. 9 Club,
100%.
You know,
100%.
How'd you land on the 9 Club name?
It's interesting. We were looking for a name that really felt like a show. And to be honest with you, this was like 8 years ago, so I don't know if we actually I can remember. But I remember we were just looking at certain things like club, this, that, and I don't know. We just kind of, and then Street League, like Felix Arguelles actually coined the 9 Club on Street League. Maybe some people don't know that, but he used to be announcing and he used to say like, oh, he got in the 9 Club, this and that. So I think we kind of wanted to just have a play on that, you know, just be like, hey, well, they're like a special 9 Club. They're the number 9. We're NINE. And anybody can come on our show, you know? And I think, so we kind of like had a little fun with that. And then when we first started, people thought we were actually like Street League.
Yeah.
We were like, fuck no, dude, we're not.
Speaking of the grind of podcasting, you have to have the right team in place. You know, everyone's got to get along well. You know, you got to be able to get through tension and little beefs behind the scene. How did it feel, and how were you guys over to overcome Kelly Hart destroying you in Battle at the Barracks a couple of years ago, man? Despite you blatantly cheating and, yeah.
What are you talking about, dude? Listen, he's never destroyed me in skateboarding. You got to let people win sometimes to make them feel better about themselves. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to let them pop 5 times higher than you sometimes.
Listen, bro, here's going back to, do I skate a lot? Yeah, the answer is no. Okay. So I go and battle the barracks and I'm fucked basically from the very beginning. Plus, I don't even know who we had to skate. Like the next person was like P-Rod or somebody like crazy. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking go again, bro. You got this, my man. You could take this W. I'm out.
I don't know. He says that now, but he took 5 tries on his last letter and he still fell.
Hold on.
You've got the trick. It was fakey big flip. You've done them into Manny's and shit. and he just missed 5 fakey big flips saying he was scared of P-Rod now.
The pressure,
love
man.
that.
The pressure.
Listen, do you believe anything you see on the internet? Dude, it's all fake, man. Come on,
Yeah,
skateboarding's
no.
rigged.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Ghost. Thank you.
We've ventured into doing like live shows, live audience stuff. You guys have done a little bit of the same. It's obviously a completely different beast than just being on the phone call now, like we say, being comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Any special preparation, or do you get nervous around stuff like that? Any stories doing those shows?
They're cool. I don't necessarily like the live show because I feel like a layer of like, well, I got to make this audience happy right now. I got to make sure that like we're talking about cool stuff and they're not wrestling in their seats, getting bored. So I don't know if I like that pressure because, in Studio E and over here on Studio W, the West Side, you're in your comfort zone, right? So it doesn't matter. You can like pause. We can get up and take a leak if we want. We can, what I mean? We can come do stuff and not, edit it out if we want. But yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I don't know if I like the pressure though, And I think by the second, we did one in New York for Adidas DOS days, I think, or something like that. And I was just like, fuck it, who cares? Like, I'm just going to talk. And then we had different people coming in, we were just like, okay, we had this person come in, this person. So we kind of were like on a conveyor belt type show. And I think same with the one in LA too. So I don't know, dude. I feel like at the end of the day, you can't make everybody happy. There's going to be people that are just going to like talk complete shit. And there's other people who are going to be stoked. So I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just stay in the middle and just like, I'll just do my thing and see where the cards land, I guess. I mean, you've done them. How does that feel? Like, do you feel the pressure?
We've done like almost 10 of them, I think, all over the world in front of crowds. And it's usually just like one interview in each. Yeah. At the beginning, super nervous for sure. Towards the end, like same thing. I kind of stopped caring. Like, it's also not your like general audience, I'm like, half of these people probably don't even listen to the pod on a regular basis. So we're probably not going to make them happy, but like for the ones out there who are like, hopefully this is just a good experience for us and the guest. But
yeah, I mean, that's all you could hope for, right?
Yeah. And our first one was probably the best one we ever did. Who
was that?
So? I could barely get words to come out of my mouth the first 2 minutes. I was so nervous.
No, but it was Elijah Burrow, and he came to Toronto to do it. And the three of us were all nervous wrecks. Like none of us really wanted to do it. Vans just like applied the proper pressure to like make this happen. Mm-hmm. So we just got absolutely wasted for it. Like multiple shots before we went on the stage, which might not have been the best idea.
You two?
Well, he was doing them by himself at first, and then we're like, we got to get involved with this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that one worked out.
Nice, dude.
But they're just nerve-wracking, and like we've decided like over the years, like maybe we don't need to do this. It's not like our comfort zone, so we've kind of given it up.
Yeah. I feel you, dude. It sucks to be like, because we just want to like. The podcasting game, we just want to have fun. Like, that's why we're still doing it over here after 8 years. It's like, we're just having fun. And I mean, the behind the scenes stuff, it gets a little daunting and taxing. And you mentioned before, like there's, the bickering and stuff like that. And, but we're still we just want to have fun. So putting that extra layer when you are not having fun, like that sucks,
Yeah, I'd be perfectly fine if we never do another live show, to be honest.
Sure. But we kind of like moved it into how about we just go to wherever we are going and just film one in the hotel room.
Yeah, there you go.
Works out way better for everybody.
Yeah. 100%.
But one point I also want to ask about is you talked about people might not know that you're a skater now. We've been working on a video for a lot of years now. We'll continue working on this for the next year, I think, and then hopefully we'll come out. Do you guys have any sort of urge to maybe work on a little something to show people you still got some gas in the tank, man? You guys got a sick little squad over there. Might be time.
Yeah, I mean, Roger skates a lot. He's out those damn curbs every goddamn day, waxing them, taking wax off of them, putting wax back on them, sweeping the sand away. He's groundskeeper Raj over there, right? So, Kelly has hip problems, I believe. I don't know if he talked about it on the show before, but I know his hip is really kind of messed up. And I don't know, for me personally, after years and years and years of skateboarding and filming for videos and taking photos and stuff like that, and I kind of just want to go have fun with my friends. Like putting the extra pressure on and like trying to go out and film a clip. And if we're just going to go film down at the beach and skate some curbs, cool. I'm maybe down to bust out the camera or the phone and get one, but you've been to LA. I'm not trying to drive for 2 hours, sit in a car, go to jump some fences, some school, try to film a clip, get kicked out, jump back in the car, go to another spot. Like I'm not, dude, I've been there. Maybe it would be fun for 1-2 times, but like trying to get on the grind and film like a part, dude, I just want to go have fun with my friends, dude. And I don't care about, oh, you got to post. Oh, it doesn't count if you don't post it on Instagram. Like I'm skating for myself. I'm not skating for anybody else. I don't care if my clips make it to an Instagram page or my page. Like I'm one with my board, and my board, you know what I mean? Like I'm not skating for anybody. I'm just skating for myself. I just want to have fun. So now maybe I will never say never.
I feel like the grind of it all and like maybe LA soaks a little bit more fun out of it for you. But like when you were in Des Moines, it might have been fun to go get a clip somewhere.
Totally. I mean, that's
like, I think that's the cheat code is like doing a little traveling, free time and skating.
I will say that going on trips too, like as a skateboarder growing up, like that was the cheat code, right? Because now you're out of your comfort zone. I'm not going to go wake up and be like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to skate today. I'm just going to go and chill and do my thing. On tour, it's like, yeah, you're going skating, But it's just like skate parks too. Like, I don't know, man. We'll see. Like I said, never say never, but at this point, I just want to have fun and skate with my friends.
For sure.
That all makes perfect sense to me, except there's one contradiction based on what Jerron told us.
Go ahead.
He told us that you were claiming Nosegrind, that insane long, half circle ledge, up and down ledge in New York, man. What's up with that? You working on a secret part and you're just not letting the cat out of the bag right now?
Here's the issue. The fact that my friends, don't believe in me.
Yeah. I love you, bro, but you can't do that, bro.
It's fucking crazy, bro. Okay? You've seen my work, Ghost.
Hell yeah.
No. You've seen my work. You've seen the nose grinds, right? I haven't been to that spot in person. Now we're talking about the Jamie Foy front nose slit up and over and down, It's just it doesn't look that crazy, dude.
Oh my God.
But nowadays you're going to quarter pipes and pretending you can't drop in on them sometimes.
I'm not saying I don't believe in you, but if Jamie Foy only front nosed it,
honestly,
he's in his prime. He's probably about to get his second skater of the
Jamie
year.
Foy, he's had it. He's done. He's going to get Sodi again, by the way.
For sure.
Front nose is gnarlier than a nose grind, in my opinion. Like to front nose and hold that fucking thing and go up and then down, like that's gnarly. But I feel like a grind isn't that, you're on top, it's safe, you can walk out of it, you can kind of like, you could test it a little bit. Like that's what I did with the nose grind at the courthouse. I just kind of kept testing it. I would get a little bit further and a little bit further and step off. And there was no really
factor is age.
The fact that it's in New York and you can always just be like, how am I going to do it if it's in New York?
I mean, bro, like, can a person dream, dude? Can I
You're switching
can I
gears
still
here.
have my, like,
I went from trust that I can do this to can I dream, man?
Dude, like, as a skater, we always claim, like you guys have a little coined a phrase, right? What was the phrase when you claim something and you go there?
Oh yeah, that's Bunt.
Yeah,
That's
Bunt.
bunting.
It's the name of your fucking podcast. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean,
we thought we were bunting doing a podcast.
We all listen.
here
We
we
all
are.
bunt, right? I mean, so can I have a little bunt now and again? Yeah. Listen, I'll go there. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to bring my board and some wax. Okay.
If
That's
you
all
go, please film the entire thing. I just want.
Of
I want
course
to
you
see
will.
the look on your face when you realize how much of a claim / bunt that was.
Have you been there?
I think we've been there. Either that. No, I've just seen the clips there. Front nose by one of the gnarliest front nosers of all time, and I think ET, our Canadian homie, nose slid it, and he's like a great nose slider. And I haven't seen anything else up and down.
He's a great nose grinder.
You're a great
I'm a great nose grinder.
Currently,
You know
though,
what I'm saying?
are you currently a great
Listen,
nose grinder?
it'll take me a little while to like brush the dust off. You know what I'm saying? I've been working out a little bit. You know, I've been I'm doing some squats and stuff. You know, trying to get my legs back.
I was gonna say, watching all your courthouse Manny's, like you had some snaps in those legs, but then watching your game of skate with Kelly, I don't know if you might have to get those squats going.
This just
Bring
got
that back.
weird, man. This just got weird, like the Tommy Sandoval interview. It's just strange now.
Doesn't like where this went.
Taking a left.
The
turn,
fakey big
dude.
flips just didn't have that same snap as the switch flip Manny days.
I go into things if I know I have to film, I'm gonna dork. You know what I mean? Like I know that I don't have flat ground like I used to. You know what I mean? I know that P Rod's the next contender or whoever it was. You know, so I'm just gonna go have fun and do my thing and just give him the W. You know,
Dono,
but
he took an extra letter off Kelly. Like you know how they reveal the things and it gives the letters. He just sneakily took one off, added him a letter. Like it was. You got to watch it. It was pretty
Kelly
jokes.
wasn't worried, was he?
you can't blame me for trying though.
You landed the nollie tray though. That was dope. And nollie burial flip.
And the nollie trays, you already know, like you whiff those things. Like if you connect a click on the nollie tray, like you're doing something right.
Yeah. Still got it, baby.
You already know.
I just think like, if you drop a little clip, like it could elevate the brand, man. If you revive your skate career, like people
no
would love
slappies
that.
though. I know I got to get out of the slappy game, or what? You
can slappy around, but like keep them out of the part. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only clicking the tail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Chris, what's a typical day in the life for you in 2024, man?
Day in the life. That's a hard question to answer because I don't know about you guys, but as we get older, we try to like implement new routines. We try to work out. We try to eat healthier. That lasts about 3 days. And then we're back to our fucking normal slob of a person eating fucking frozen pizzas and doing the thing. And then currently, the last 4 days.
Oh, this is new.
It's new, but it's an ongoing battle, right? So I wake up in the morning, 7 a.m. And I go in and I got the Peloton. I ride the Peloton, do a little 20 minutes, break a sweat. Then I do about 20 minutes of working out, and when I say workout, I'm saying I do lunges, I do squats, I do a prone cobra, I do a plank, I do, some punches, some kicks, So I found a guy on Instagram that just, broke it down. Like just, hey, this is just do little things here and there. You don't need to go into the gym and do a 3-hour workout, right? So I'll do that for about 30 minutes. So now we're almost at about an hour. And then I've been dabbling with some breathing. You ever heard of Wim Hof?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been dabbling with some Wim Hof, and I've been dabbling, and he's got me into some, cold showers. So I start hot, then I get cold, then I turn it on cold. Ask me in like 3 days how that's going, because right now it's going all right. And then from there, then I come to the studio. I've been coming to the studio a lot in the mornings, recording like podcast commercials, stuff like that. And then if we're filming that day, I don't tend to do much because I like to save my energy to like talk to somebody, because I think people don't realize how much of an energy drainer it is to talk to somebody. Like it's different than going to have a cup of coffee with somebody and just shooting the shit with them. Like you got to kind of be on point and listen to them and intently and, you know, do really, you know what I mean? Like you got to think of other questions to ask. Like we prepare a little bit for the guests, but we don't like plan out a whole fucking show. It's all like freestyle, you know, wherever the conversation goes. I got like bullet points that I look at that I try to keep the convo going. Then I take walks. I walk a lot. I take about a 2-3 mile walk around by the beach and stuff like that. Sometimes I take the bike out and do a little bike ride. Nothing crazy. So, and I've been trying to focus on just eating a little bit cleaner. You know, I got a new app that shows you if it's got additives and different things. It's a great app called Yuka, Yuka. So I don't know. I've been trying to do that again, like, and then maybe go skate. Like if Roger's going to go down the beach and I got nothing to do, maybe I'll go down there with him. But
nice.
Yeah, that's about it really.
That sounds like a really nice day.
Yeah.
4 days in. Keep it going, man.
You feel good?
Thank you. I feel good. Like I feel that's
accomplished at the end of the day.
That's the fucking weird part, right? Is like you feel so good when you do stuff, but you go back to your old ways and you feel like shit.
You feel like the guy coming out of the water in Dune 2.
Dude.
What's that guy's name?
You ever see that fucking grizzly bear who's coming out of the cave out of his slumber and he's fucking his hair's all fucked up? Like I feel like that guy every morning.
That's Sunday after 15 hours of football.
Whew.
That's how I feel like coming.
Damn.
So with your new routine, you're saying maybe in 2 to 3 months you're going to be looking like Brandon Biebel and moving to Florida.
Could you imagine, bro? I don't think I'll ever. You don't want to see what's underneath the sweatshirt. It's not pretty. Okay. So, and there's no chance. I've been trying to put on weight for 20 years. It ain't happening. So yeah, maybe a little muscle weight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes, dude.
Did you happen to see Biebel's story a day or two ago? It was making the rounds. He's looking hella jacked right now.
I saw a story of him and unrecognizable almost. Like in a good way, right? Like he just looks jacked, bro. He looks healthy, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm. I want to see him skate, like do a 3 flip or something with this.
You know, he still got it.
Oh, for sure. It would just look crazy to see, like a nollie shove nose Manny nollie flip, like just with his arms.
Buffest man of all time.
He still got it, dude. He still got it, bro. But I'm happy for him. If he's happy, I'm happy, dude. That's what we all do.
100%, man. Yeah. Skate world misses him though.
Mm-hmm.
True that.
So when we came on the pod, we asked you guys for some behind the scenes. We went behind the scenes on your Nosegrind at Courthouse. But can you take us behind the scenes on arguably your most gangster manual clip, my favorite at least, fakie shove, switch Manny, switch varial heel, bolts at Parallel, I believe is the name of the spot.
Really? Why is that that's a random clip, Ghost?
Well, I think switch varial heel is just well renowned as a gangster clip.
Okay.
I love switch varial heels. That's just me and Donald do a lot of fakie shove Mannies. So,
well, I mean, then like fakie shove Manny for me, that foot placement is right there.
Yeah.
You know, you can easily, you don't have to wiggle your foot around, which I'm not a big fan of the wiggle foot. You know, it's like if you try to land in position to flick, and with that trick, fakie pop, fakie switch Manny, you just get right in there. So you could switch heel out, you could switch heel flip shove out, whatever you want to call it. So, dude, I don't know if there's a story there, bro. Like I talk to skaters on the show. They have a story for everything. I don't. I was just skating there hoping and praying I could land something. And I miraculously did, you know?
I'll get story or no story. Just wanted to bring light to that clip because that's one of my favorites of yours for sure.
Dude, thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah. You got, I feel like in your pretty sweet era, your switch heel out, nollie back heel out game was at its peak. Very dope.
This is true. Thank you. I feel like it's just easy. I'm a heel flipper, you know. I'm a heel. kickflips never worked for me. I don't know. I'm really jealous of people who could flick that thing and just make it pop up to their feet and look all dope. Like I hate those people. You know, I always wanted a good kickflip. Nowadays, I feel like kickflips are people's ollies. Like they do them so fucking well.
Yeah. A good old Appleyard kind of kickflip. He'd always have like a perfect kickflip in all of his parts, I feel like. Back foot catch over a rail into a bank or something.
Looking all nonchalant and stuff.
Yeah. Bastards.
Crazy. I hate them.
So what's next for Chris Roberts, man? We've heard about the diet. We've tried to get you to film a new video part. But what else you got? What's next, man? Any plans?
No plans really. I'm just loving what I'm doing right now. And that's just like talking to people, podcasting. You know, I think it's really fun. Again, like, you know, our goal here at the 9 Club is just to celebrate skateboarding and skateboarders and filmers and photographers and team managers and everybody involved in skateboarding, because I think it takes an army for, you know, to make skateboarding happen as an industry, you know, and I think a lot of people deserve their flowers, so to speak. And I love that. I love, you know, I don't know about how you guys feel, but sometimes, you know, we'll you know, you'll be like, oh, well, that episode's not going to do too well, but I don't care. Like, I want to talk to these people. Like, I feel like the filmer and photographer episodes are my favorite episodes. They're my favorite. I wish those would get 100,000 views, but people are like not as interested in seeing, you know, like Chad Muska on the show, which I get, but I feel like, man, there's so much behind the scenes to those filmer and photographer and team manager episodes. Like, I love them. So much information there. But yeah, I'm just keep doing what we're doing here. And, as long as we're having fun, I think that's the main thing. You know, I'd like to talk to like other people than skateboarders, you know, like comedians or whoever. But I know that our audience doesn't want that, you know, they come here for skating, you know, we know that. So we've tried in the past and doesn't get, it's not acceptable. For some people.
I feel you on that. I feel like I would love to interview an NBA player so bad.
Right.
But it just, unfortunately,
well, we'd have to
like
create a whole other podcast. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, why is Ghost and Donovan interviewing AI? Well, Allen Iverson. You know what I mean?
No, we would do that one.
Yeah. Well, I want to interview Dennis Schroeder because he skates and he's actually good at skating, but I don't know if that would work.
That dude's dope. You know? But see, that's the thing. This is what we struggle with too, though. You know, like this is what people don't realize about the behind the scenes of a podcast. And I like to hear that you guys go through the same thing as we do, is like, oh, we can get that guy on. Yeah, but does our does the audience, and sometimes you just got to say, fuck it, I don't care. We're going to just do whatever we want to do. You know, if we feel like we want to do that, we'll do it. And, you know, suffer the week of bad comments and then keep it moving, you know, because it's all about skateboarding at the end of the day. That's why we're here, you know, so we get it. And
if there is a link to skating, that's why I'm like, oh, Dennis Schroeder could work because he's actually good. And like you guys 100%. Did Lil Wayne, and that was a huge episode. But if he didn't skate, maybe that doesn't land, you know, that doesn't work. Right. But he actually fucking loves skating.
It depends who it is too. I mean, we tried a Gary Vaynerchuk episode, you know, and just kind of because he's a business dude, and like a couple of people here are like big fans of him, you know, and stuff. So I'm like, you're cool. Let's. And he was down, so we're like, let's try it. But a lot of people, it's funny because like we get a different, like people in the industry will hit us up, and be like, dude, that was an amazing episode. I learned so much. And then the normal skater will hit us up or, you know, comment, be like, fuck this dude. Oh, I'm done with the 9 Club, you know, and you're just like,
yo, the I'm Done's is epic.
We've had 7.
I'm not listening again.
We've had, what about the 8 years that we've done with epic Mike Vallely 5-hour episode? What about everything else we've done? You know?
It's all forgotten.
Yeah, so you get those too.
For sure.
No, I'm done. I'm done with the bunt.
Sometimes usually we don't answer, but every once in a while there's one that's so outrageous that it's like funny. Right. And then we'll answer once in a while. But I remember definitely hitting people with the like, oh, you're welcome, or like, who put a gun to your head to make you listen to this? You're welcome for the free podcast since 2016. You know,
I'm with you on that. And sometimes I don't look at comments that often. I peruse comments, but I'm not there watching every comment come in, because it's just like once you get into a certain realm, the comments are they're crazy, bro. And I don't know if they're bots or just people that don't have like just they don't have a good life or something. Like, I don't know. But people just want to stir the pot. So, you know, you got to keep it moving, you know.
And I feel like we've talked a lot about like negative comments, but for the most part, it's all love, and we love our listeners, and we know.
Yeah, it's insane.
Totally. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Like that, I said it before in the episode, like I'm here for everybody. Like I stop at these skate events and talk to everybody, because without them, we wouldn't be here. So I love each and every person that watches the show.
Hell yeah.
Even if they leave a bad comment. Shout out to them.
All right. On that note, Chris, gonna zoom
Bad
over to a
comments.
little rapid fire. Man of the people. Let's see what we can get out of you today.
I feel the heat from here.
All right. Favorite skater.
Eric Costin.
Favorite video.
I would say, yeah. By the way, no. Okay, I'm not going to throw you under the bus, Ghost. Because when you were on our show, our rapid fire,
Oh my God.
Oh,
don't
come
remind
on.
me.
Yeah.
Don't
He
remind
needed
me.
help.
I
the end of a
I don't know
long
if it
day.
looked that way in the edit, but you know.
Remember
Yeah.
when you said before you do your podcast, you like to keep it chill, not really do anything? That might have been the busiest day of our lives. So, in his defense.
I get it. Favorite skate video? I mean, I'm a little biased on this, but I think Yeah Right is one of the best videos of all time.
Hell yes. Favorite video part.
You know what? Dylan Reeder's video part, the Gravis part that he did. Beautiful
Perfection.
skateboarding, perfect song for the like. It's a perfect part in my opinion. So shout out, dude. That part was great.
Hell yeah. Favorite style.
Mark Johnson.
Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
I would say like Mark Johnson, Kenny Anderson, the people that I was around, like Rick Howard, Mike Carroll, even though that probably none of those show in my style, but you know, you try to emulate people. When I was growing up, I would try to emulate Eric Costin. I would try to like how he looks over his back shoulder when he's from boarding and stuff like that.
Yeah, one thing I noticed that I felt like Justin Eldridge, like, in the chocolate tour or hot chocolate tour, I felt like you guys were buddy, and he was kind of trying to emulate your style a little bit. If I'm completely wrong, no disrespect, Justin Eldridge. It's not a bad thing, but that was just one thing I noticed.
Okay.
Maybe-
I never
maybe I'm
noticed that.
crazy.
I mean, if anything, I was trying to that dude's not only nose grinding crazy rails and shit. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't know. Just shout out Justin Eldridge.
Who
Man.
knows? Who knows? Just some skate nerd shit that I noticed. Could be
love it.
crazy. Most talented skateboarder on planet Earth.
I feel like this is a trick question because of which era, or just in general, or new school or old school.
Or current best skateboarder.
Current best skateboarder, Jamie Foy.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite trick.
Switch front big spin.
Sick.
Yeah, I like that trick. Very fun.
Hardest
I like a little.
trick.
Wait, Ghost. Hold on, really quick. I like a little pivot. You come around, you do a little 90-degree pivot on that.
Hey, you got him full roti though too. You did it into a
Beautiful.
nose manual, man.
Let's not forget that.
Some
Ghost.
G shit.
Let's not forget that.
I
don't forget anything,
around.
dog. I forget everything
You
except
gotta end
for-
up popping up on the 9 Club more often, man.
I forget everything except for the most useless skate shit.
Dude, trust me, bro.
I wish I could
We're in
swap
the
that
same
out for
boat.
stuff that would make me just a better person. But anyways, hardest trick for you.
Hard flips. Hate them. Probably landed 4 in my life. I went on a rampage one time of every time I went skating, I tried at least 10 of them. Never worked out, dude. I couldn't do them. They're hard.
Fuck. Good old
Hate
hard
that
flips.
trick.
Most illegal trick.
That's tough because I think there's tricks out there that don't look good unless they're done properly, which is the stupidest shit to say, but you know what I mean? Like a varial flip, kickflip, shove it, right? It could look horrible. Like, please do not ever do that again. Or it can look beautiful, you know? So I don't know if I have the most illegal trick, but I know I have tricks that I don't like. Double flips.
Yeah.
I hate that trick.
Very hard to make that one look legit.
Not only look legit, but then you bust it out on me in a game of skate. That's some cheap shit right there. I don't like that.
I used to run those as a youth in games of skate. Like
We would not have gotten along.
13 years old. Favorite clip you've ever gotten?
Damn. Everybody in the comments will probably say switch flip, switch Manny, but that shit is an accident, dude. That shit just became a joke on the show. I've only probably done like 5 in my whole life. I think the courthouse stuff, I don't know if it's a single clip, but that was a time, you know, like skating the courthouse back then and skating the long ledge out front of the courthouse and the stage. That was a time. So I would have to go with like maybe stuff I did on the stage. I don't know if I can categorize a clip, maybe. I don't know.
I would pick the nose grind, personally.
Yeah. I would pick, no, I think you're right about that. The nose grind or the 5-0. The nose grind took a long time and the 5-0 was easy. Surprisingly enough. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you go back when you're like 70, that's what you're going to be like, holy shit, like pat yourself on the back.
I've gone back when I'm 40 and I'm like, God damn, I grinded this fucking thing. I nose grinded this. Holy shit. No, it's long. I don't know. You guys been there? You guys been there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, it is long. And shout out to all the people that are doing stuff on it now. Like front nose, nollie back heel, Deshaun. Like, it's crazy, bro. I actually thought that spot would get more fucked up than it actually has been. Like, I thought more, like, I could see somebody front blunting it. It'd be gnarly, but I could, like, look at the day and age, look at the age work, look at the landscape out there.
Nothing's fucking impossible anymore. Dude,
Crazy.
Did Tori backtail the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Backtail.
that's wild. Tiago, nollie crook.
Whew.
Yeah. Hectic. What's the worst trend you've been a part of?
Damn. I don't know. I was really a trendsetter. I wasn't really a trend follower. I don't know why you guys are laughing. I don't know, dude. The 90s trends were dope, dude. I like the long ass, like belt, you know, the corded belt. What else, dude? I don't know.
You mentioned your hair yourself.
Yeah,
Really?
that's my thought went to the hair or the studded belt. But the studded belt trend is back hard.
Yeah, I think that's hitting again.
Everybody's running the studded belt, but yeah, I was running that hard. I don't even know why. I don't even know where I got that thing.
Yeah, because you weren't like a hesh dude, but
Venice Beach somewhere.
Maybe I on a tour or something. Maybe studded belt trend. I don't know.
Should bring that back.
I have it still somewhere. It's at my mom's house. I think I've been looking for that thing.
Or you could hit up Jordan Taylor for Shoutout, a new Lucy belt, man.
I wanted a Lucy belt. We tried to do a collab with them, dude. They said there were too many collabs at the moment.
What's the gnarliest trick you've ever witnessed?
I'm going to say, and again, this is just off the top of my head, but I don't know. We were on a tour somewhere and there was this kind of like foundation spot and Malto switch flipped.
Oh, Arizona.
This crazy fucking foundation spot, like gap. Like it thing was huge. And that was gnarly to watch in person. Like anything that you see, like Malto back in his prime, Malto still rips, don't get me wrong, but in his prime, going on tours with that dude, psycho.
Superpowers.
The hard flips he would do over shit, nollie flip, the fucking rails he would skate. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. All-time greatness. Don't sleep.
Yeah,
Was that Arizona? I think I know which one you're talking about.
It could have been. It was this like super, it was like a low to high. Dude.
Super long, yeah.
Yeah, he was booking at that thing, man.
I know that I've never been there, but I know it's massive because Morgan tried to switch heel it and like
Morgan
had a freak. Yeah. And he like, that's like his shit, like especially back in his prime too. Like he could just go as fast as humanly possible and switch heel anything. And he couldn't switch heel that. So that tells me.
Is it kind of like an open
huge
area? It was like, it's like kind of like, what the fuck is this doing here? Yeah.
What's the one trick that got away?
So I always wanted to do, this is, you know, you have the dream trick. I always wanted to do front nose, nollie back heel, switch manual.
Damn.
I always wanted to do that. At Beebles Park back in the day, there was kind of a setup for it, but I never really got the chance to like set it up and skate it. But that, and then if I got lucky and got that trick, then, you know, to fakie manual, right? But that's like, you know, that's on another level, bro. But yeah, front nose, a good long front nose, nollie back heel, switch manual. I feel like I could do it, you know, especially back then. But the spot never like presented itself.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's one that got away, just one that I wanted in my mind that I never got a chance to do. Nose grind up and over the Jamie Foy front nose ledge.
Yeah. What's the biggest bunt you've ever witnessed?
You know what's funny? As a manual skater, ledge skater, growing up, you know, skating with Joey Brzezinski, skating with, you know, these guys that are so good at manuals. And even him, like, we would call shit out. Like the hardest trick. Oh, I'm going to go there and I'm going to do a switch 180, fakie switch 180 nose wheelie, nollie back heel in the middle, to switch manual. And then I'm going to switch front nose the ledge. You know what I mean? You would like call out the craziest shit. So I've spent my whole career like calling out the craziest shit and then trying it and never fucking landing it. But also like watching, like, I don't know. I can't name one, but like, you know, Joey Brzezinski would try the hardest shit ever, you know? Mark Johnson, even Kenny Anderson, like these dudes who you think would just do shit first try would either do it first try or it would take them 8 hours to land it, you know? But yeah, I think just, I don't know, Ghost, man. Donovan, man, I don't know. Just like manual bullshit, I think. Yeah.
Could see that. It's not, it doesn't probably feel as egregious when it's like a ledge or manual bunt because we've all bunted probably more Manny's than any other kind of thing. It's like easier. You could try 10 different tricks on a sesh, but if you're skating a 15 stair rail, just one bunt as opposed to 15.
The good thing about bunting a manual or something like that is like when people walk by or they come to the spot, they're like, God, dude, he's trying that? Holy fucking shit. That's gnarly. Little do they know that you're never going to fucking land it. And you're just going to go home empty-handed. But at least you're trying, you know, some fucking fucked up shit.
Yeah. Shout out our boy Justin David, the king of bunting shit, just to get the claps and then knowing he's never going to do it. Just come close. Yeah.
Oh my God. I feel you, Justin. I feel you, big dog.
It's basically skating flat up a Manny pad and pretending he's going to land in some sort of Manny. But like, he just half gab flips up. You're like, oh, hell yeah. Then
sounds like he's a pro.
Front heeling up.
Yeah.
JD, legend.
Shout out to JD, bro.
What's the last new trick you learned?
I would say the slappy curbs because like that's a crazy, I don't know if anybody, when you get to the point where we want to do slappies and like everybody was skating the slappy curbs down here, like trying to learn how to skate a little curb without awling into it is very bizarre. You know, like I'm so used to like awling up to crook grind, fakie front crook, awling up to that. And then to kind of retrain your brain to like bash into the curb is fucking weird. So I would say like learning like a fakie front crook on the slappy curb was like, you're like, damn, I still can learn shit. Like, that's crazy.
That's what's up. Love that.
Mm.
Dream job after skating.
Podcasting.
Living it.
Start a
Let's
podcast,
go.
everybody. It was great. But also not in skateboarding. Try something else, man, because there's no money in it for anybody here.
Favorite.
Wait.
Sorry,
Dream
go ahead.
job?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, as a skateboarder, I think it's every skateboarder's worst nightmare is to not be able to skate professionally anymore. So I think I fell in, I was going to say picked, but I think I fell into the right job for sure.
Favorite local brand.
Shit, Girl and Chocolate.
Nice.
They're right here in Torrance, man.
Hell yeah. Favorite local skater.
Damn. Chris Roberts, man. He's right here down by the beach doing fakey slappy. Local skater? Dude. I like, there's this, is he local? He's local though. Yeah. This kid Bev Up is pretty dope. He's got like skills that range from slappies to like to damn near anything. He's cool. He's a local ripper.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite teammate ever.
I would say, this is tough because I've not only become friends with everybody on Chocolate, but I've had different stints of, you know how like friendships go on certain, so maybe you're hanging out with one person more and then it goes to another, you're kind of like, but I would just go straight off for Justin Eldridge.
Nice.
And then I think I'd back that up with like the Mark Johnson and Kenny Anderson.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Eldridge, I mean, we made such a bond. Like he was a new dude. I was a new, you know what I mean? Like we were kind of like the low kids on the totem pole. So I think we really bonded over that.
That's
For
wicked.
sure.
Yeah.
And that when I said that shit earlier, I wasn't like hating at all. I meant I felt like you guys were just vibing off each other. The style.
Oh,
rubbing
100%.
off on each other. Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah.
Worst teammate ever.
Worst teammate ever? I will say, but I don't know if it was the worst teammate. It was just kind of like the circumstances at the time. Going on a audio tour with Shaun White. It was in the heyday. Yeah, dude, he skated.
Jesus.
Bro, he was fucking gnarly at half pipe.
Yeah.
But we were on tour and it was just kind of like in his rock star days, he was just kind of like the guy, and he kind of had that attitude a little bit. And we were doing autograph signings and it was just Shaun White posters over. And then we're at a skate shop and it's Shaun White poster, Shaun White poster, Shaun White poster. And I said to myself, if I have to fucking sign another Shaun White poster, I'm getting up and leaving. Sure enough, another Shaun White poster. Because listen, we had Kenny Anderson, Danny Montoya. Like there were so many dope dudes on the team. And like all we had was like Shaun White posters. Again, I have nothing against the guy. I don't even know the guy, but it was kind of the circumstances at the time.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was just kind of like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? Let's celebrate the people who are sitting here that are dope. Like, not that he's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Find those.
what? Where's a Chris Roberts poster? Oh, what? Sorry.
Worst company.
Dude, that's interesting because I think a lot of companies too have gone through different like team rebuilding stuff. I think you could say that about like Blind at one point. I think you could say that about a few companies maybe. Because putting a team into that category is pretty gnarly. Dude, worst company? I don't know, dude. Honestly, fuck. I think you got me stumped right there. I don't know. Because again, like I think certain companies went through some tough times where they weren't that dope. Maybe World Industries.
Oh,
But again, like they were dope. But
Yeah,
then
I
they
wasn't
went in
around
this
for
other
the, like heyday.
Yeah, then they went in this other direction.
Yeah.
I just think that again they have different. Like World went through a couple different like phases, right?
Yeah,
and they went
for sure.
through one phase that wasn't really like,
for sure.
I'm not a
Dude.
big fan of.
One of the worst ones was Blueprint for sure. From like what they were, and unfortunately, I know your boy. I think was on the.
Yeah, Mike York, he was on there for sure. But dude, that's a dagger in the heart because that was one of my favorite companies.
Yeah.
Like Blueprint was my like if things didn't work out with Chocolate, I would try to get on Blueprint. like back in the day.
Sick.
Like they were the best. I love
Actually.
Danny Brady,
Yeah.
Paul Shire. Oh my God, so good.
And then like them, like the 2.0 version was just so far from what it was that it was like,
That's what happens though. That company sells to somebody else, and other people take. Oh, it's like we've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
It's so depressing.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Let it go, boys.
Worst trend.
Fat laces.
Audio
No,
had
that's
those.
That's a dumbass trend. And they were wrong for that.
The Jeremy Ray promo.
Bro, I know,
had some
right?
Fat ass laces.
Yeah. No, I don't like fat laces.
That's a good
Those
one.
things I could do without with those.
Never had that one before. I like it.
Well.
Worst style.
We're about to wrap this up too.
It's probably the hardest one is this one.
It is hard. That is hard, bro. Yeah, dude, my friend Brett growing up, dude, like from Malibu, like worst style ever. That guy. Yeah.
All right, we'll take it.
Oh, Brett from Malibu? No, we're not.
Dude,
Brett from
bad.
Malibu.
Worst style, dude. Pushed manga. Like, it was horrible, man. Crazy,
No, we're not
bro.
accepting Brett.
What?
No, we can
Doesn't
take Brett.
exist.
It's all good. He's a
That's not a real
podcast
person.
host. He doesn't want to like burn bridges before people have even come on.
That's actually, you know what I think people, that's a bad misconception, I think. Maybe I don't know if you guys, but they gotta, you gotta stay a certain way for the, it's like, dude, I don't know.
All right, Chris. Last but not least, last person you want on the sesh.
Ghost.
Oh,
Thank you.
Jeez.
Can we move it along? Thank you. Are we done? We're done.
We're done.
Right?
Oh.
This is it.
Yeah.
oh
That's
Man,
awesome.
thank you guys so much for having me
Great
on
for
the
thinking-
show.
great
This has been
thinking.
incredible.
Dude, I feel
Man,
like
he's
was-
giving 2 thumbs down.
it's a rainstorm.
Oh my God. No,
This
dude,
was-
I'm kidding. I was waiting for that though. I was like, oh, I got this joke. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
Yeah, it did.
Kelly Hart, man, come on, bro.
Oh, shit. Oh, I got redeemed.
both
Let's
of
go.
They
Let's
can
go.
they
Redeemed,
the
bro.
stash together.
Damn.
I feel like this was the final Infinity Stone to the Bunt 9 Club collaboration, right? Except for Roger, but like
Right.
Roger's kind of like not doing it right now.
Mm.
We'll come back and get Roger.
You got to
one
come
day.
back. You got to circle back around. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
For sure.
Well, this is it, man.
Ghost, I was just kidding, bro.
Hey,
I would love to
appreciate
have.
you.
We never skated in person before. I'd love to have you on the set. You and Donovan, man. I'd love to have you guys on the session,
Hey, Manny sesh. Next time we're down there.
dude.
Or
gotta
you
do
can
it,
teach
bro.
us some slappies. That would be fun too.
It's so
I
fun.
can slap you, dude.
Sorry, you can
Speak for
teach
What
me.
you got?
You can teach me some
I
slappies.
can
What you-
slap you.
what you got,
They,
Dono?
they ain't gonna show up on the internet or in my part.
What's your
Potentially, if I
favorite?
ever
What's
have
the
one.
favorites? What's the slappier your most favorite?
Just
you're a
front
fan,
50
like-
is the nicest one, man.
Really? You
Yeah.
gotta get on some like front crook or some crook.
Yeah, I could do front crook, but
You got
like
front crook?
50.
I've
Yeah.
never seen you front row. Okay.
Slappy, not
Yeah.
like ollie in. Ollie
Yeah.
in's harder. No, it's easy. Easier.
Mm.
If you get a clip, which I hope you do, man, because now like you're taking this new approach to life, you know.
True.
We'd love to have a Chris Roberts clip in the Bunt video.
Are you guys going around and collecting clips from everybody you've had on the show? People have hit us up to do that. Like have a whole video of everybody that's been on the show. We're like, dude, that's gnarly.
Yeah, we're not getting everybody, but like
Okay.
the people we've maintained relationships with, and like obviously some people you keep in contact with a bit more.
Right.
Those people for sure.
Okay. I'm going to keep that in the back. I'm going to write that.
Yeah, it's got to start fakey
Clip
shove something.
For
would
the,
be
that's
epic.
the. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
For the Bunt.
Yeah, let's lock that in that memory of yours.
100%, dude. I'm down. It would be an honor. Trust me.
Awesome.
I love what you guys are doing.
Mhm.
I love the fact that you guys, you know what I mean? Like took you're all the way out in Canada. You know what I mean? Like I would have thought, no, but seriously, I wouldn't have thought that it would have worked if I tried to do it out there. You know what I mean? Because the majority of the people that you interview are down here, right? Or just in the United States.
Yeah.
So like, I got to give it up to you guys. Like it's dope. You guys have kept it up this long.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Podcasters, we got to stick together, dude.
Welcome back to the post office, brought to you by our good friends over at Dickey's Skateboarding. Quality workwear since 1922. From the work site to the streets. Ain't nobody keep you fitted like Dickey's. Ghost, first edition of the season 20 post office. Who we got up first?
Let's see here. Let's see, man. Noah Burley coming in hot. hot? With a voice note for the people, man.
I'm sick my ribs, bro.
Let's hear it. Noah, what are you saying?
When illegal tricks are going down at your local park, who are you going to call? Bunt gang. What's up, Safa and Dono? This is Noah from Austin, Texas. Kind of a new listener, but been listening to all the episodes. Currently on season 14 now, so absolutely loving it. Shouts out to y'all. A couple of quick questions. What are y'all's opinions on rollerbladers? Do y'all enjoy having them on sessions? I personally think that they can be pretty fun to skate with. Usually pretty nice people. Another question. I do a pretty illegal trick. Boneless to front tail pretty often at my local park. Try and slide it as far as I possibly can on that long ledge that we have. Just a fun little trick. But how illegal is that? Am I going to be like executed for that, or am I just going to do like a couple of years in county? Just curious. Last thing, shouts out to my brother Heath. He just got a pro rollerblade wheel with the company Jumbo, so shouts out to them. He's put together a couple of the DIY parts, Candyland and Dog Pound, so go check those out. Appreciate the podcast, y'all, and hope y'all are doing well.
What a legend. First of all, rollerbladers, I feel like they're a bit of a dying breed, man. Is that fair to say?
I would agree, and that makes me think that I feel like maybe back in the day when there was more of a 50-50 split, there'd maybe be some aggression or animosity from skaters towards them or them towards us, but I see them so rarely. They always just seem like chill, and like I haven't had any ill will towards a rollerblader. And I used to rollerblade, so I always had a soft spot for them anyways, but I'd say these days it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all love.
During the winters, we have the one indoor park here, and I skate it super early every Saturday morning, and there's always rollerbladers there then. That's when they go to try and get away from the skaters. So we've learned to coexist, but it's super chill. Like, they stay out of my way, I stay out of theirs, sometimes skating together. It's, no animosity. I feel like that rivalry is done.
Yeah. And then boneless to front tails, man. What do you think?
Like we learned, like, nobody's going to jail, like, really, but, like, you should for that one.
Couple days in county.
Like, when you learn how to tail slide, you'll enjoy that a lot more. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Unless you're Brian Anderson, 99% of the time, we don't want to see you boneless to anything.
Sad truth. But thank you, new listener. Thanks for sending in a voice note. Next up, we've got an email from Mike Ock. What up, Bunt Kanks? What are your thoughts on Frankie Spears' Ender and Homecoming? Crazy trick, but bonking on the Ender? In my humble opinion, that little taparoo sends that clip to the beginning of the part. To be used like Welsh's non-make half-cap flip nose manny nollie back heel out in Ride or Die. Lastly, you see Tatum's new tat? Pretty cool, huh? Peace, Mike.
Bro.
What is the new tattoo? First of all, let's get this Boston hate out of the way.
I didn't see that, but Frankie Spears' Homecoming Ender. Was that not the switchback nose blunt?
Homecoming? Does he mean honeymoon?
I think it must be a typo for honeymoon. And his last trick in honeymoon, switchback nose blunt, that hubba. This emailer might or might not be on crack. Dog. His last trick is fucking switchback nose blunt, that hubba in Boston. And it's literally flawless.
Confirmed.
Mike Ock, definitely a random mock with this opinion. Switchback nose blunt, the Hubba, I think that's somewhere in the Boston area, was absolutely flawless. I watched it a couple times looking for the clip you're talking about. I don't really know. Maybe his toe touched or I don't know what you're talking about. That clip was straight banging, and we're going to have to hard disagree. And shout out Frankie Spears, know what I'm saying? Crazy bastard. And Dono, he had the audacity to come at your boy, too, out of nowhere.
My boy Tatum?
No. Welsh, man.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Saying a Welsh clip didn't count.
But it was like the joke clip in the intro. I think that's what he's referencing.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll let that pass. But leave Frankie out of this, man.
All right. Next up, we got an email from Zach Olson. Sup, Bunters. We got to get Antonio Durao and Kareem Calendar on the pod this season. Some of the biggest hitters the past few years, especially this year. Also, what's your fave cover from any magazine? Currently, mine is Antonio doing switch tray nose blunt in the SB Jordan 4s. That's real steez. Love the pod. Keep killing it. Peace.
Yeah. That's a good one. But I always go to the classic, man. Eric Costin, back nose blunt, Hubba hideout. Like, the best photo of all time. Although I just watched the T-Buzz epically latered. Obviously, so good. And Tyshawn's kickflip was pretty legendary as well.
The train tracks?
Yeah, the train tracks. Hearing the story behind it, you're like, oh, fuck. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Tiba. If you know what, I remember a lot of clips, but covers is something a memory does not hold on to.
Mitch Barrett, back tail.
Detroit Rail. Yeah.
Detroit.
I know there's some fucking Canadian ones. Let me shout out Wade Fife. He did a sick kickflip fakie on a bank. You know what I'm saying? Getting a little artsy with it, but SBC cover from way back. And Morgan kickflipped into a bank too in Barcelona. That one was just posted recently. So
Frozen bushings, shout out.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got an email from XL. What up, Bunt Gods? During one of the past post offices, someone asked what the trick of the year is, and the ghost threw some subtle shade at Blake's switch trade, switch front tail. Does this mean y'all don't like switch tray, switch lip slides either? Would also love to hear who y'all picked in the first 3 rounds of your fantasy draft. Go Rams and fuck the Niners.
Definitely don't like switch tray tail. Ridiculous talent to land that, like absolutely insane. But he's done switch tray front 5-0s on a rail. I'd much rather see that. And switch tray lips, I don't mind. I just hate when people come out like to fakie or whatever you want to call it, like right away regular. Just take that shit back to switch, please and thank you.
Switch tray revert.
Yeah,
like Pat Burke.
Yeah, nah.
That's legend. First 3 rounds, man. I wouldn't go with like. I mean, we have 3 leagues all together.
Let's do a 1 QB league because those are like more standard. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I got stuck with not stuck, but one league I got Jamar Chase, and he is what he is. I wanted Bijan Robinson and all. If that's probably the answer you're looking for.
Jamar's like the ultimate boom bust guy, sort of.
I know,
like
but it's funny
30
because,
points
like,
1 week.
His
3
bust
the next.
is like 7 sometimes though, and it's like
but sometimes he hits you with like a 20-yard game, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he saved his week this week with a TD at the end.
And in the Bunt league, I wanted like CD or Brees Hall, Bijan, or CMC, and I ended up with the fucking 4th pick. I think I went CD, Marvin Harrison, regret that one, and then Kenneth Walker. And then our other 1 QB league, Brees Hall, Josh Jacobs, Cooper Kupp. So
that's nice.
Neither of those were flawless
stays
starts.
Fucking healthy. Yeah. Could have been better.
What were your 3s?
What did I get in that league? I think I got Jamar Chase, Devon Achane, and Malik Neighbors, which sounds terrible.
But good when healthy.
It's kind of working out. kind of working out.
That's nice if healthy.
Yeah. And that's a fun new league we're going to talk about in the rundown.
Yeah.
Yo, people hate the 49ers, eh?
I do. All right. Next up, we got an email from Cody George. Hey, huge fan of the show since the beginning. Shout out Ants1. I will try to keep it brief. Do you guys find when you watch skate videos on the first watch, you think it's okay, then on the second watch, it's much better? Had this with the recent Dickies video. Everyone killed it. Almost like new album, the first time is okay, then after you appreciate it more. Anyways, what's your guys' favorite parts from the video? Mine were Mariano's and Frankie Spears. Surprised me with how good he is. Switch 3-flip to regs and back to switch. Oh, he means lip slide. Y'all rule, the skate pod. Best wishes, the Bunt.
Yeah, that's a common thing with music. That always happens with music. When your favorite artist finally releases a new album, and at first listen, you're a little let down, and then 3 months later, after listening to it every day, you're like, okay, this shit fucking slaps. Fuck. To make me watch a skate video, especially a really long one, more than once is tough these days, man. I only watched Home Honeymoon once.
I watched it a couple times. I really like Ronnie Sandoval's part. He's one of my favorite transition guys in the game in recent years. And we give some love to Frankie Spears too, man. He went like 3-flip nose grind, Brooklyn 9 rail. That's just another world that we don't understand.
Yeah, I'll just go with Frankie, and then obviously give it to Foy. Ain't nobody skating like that. But no, I don't remember anything from that video. All right, next
Shouts to Joe Face.
Yeah. Next up, we've got a question from Mitch Barrett. Do you believe that old age plays a factor in skating, or is age just a number and it's what you do with it? Philosophical Mitch question. It's obvious that age plays a factor.
Me and Mitch have had this discussion many times. I guess he just wanted to hear it while he's driving around at work one day. Age, there's a range where you could say age is just a number, but eventually that runs out. Mitch isn't a fan of sports, so I feel like it's less real to him because he's seeing skaters push themselves. But me and you watch professional athletes all day, like every week, and we see that there's an expiry. It doesn't matter how great you are. You're eventually going to age out of your sport when the next young guy is just that much more buck and athletic. So, Mitch, I know you want to skate till you're like 90 and keep stacking clips.
It's possible.
But it is possible, but at some point you have to lower your expectations, or else you're just going to keep getting frustrated as you age and you're not realistic about the aging process. But that said, 30 is the new 20, whatever. 40 is the new 30. We see all our favorite skaters pushing themselves, and I think that's the reason we're still pushing ourselves.
Bro, what's the fucking age-old Jim Jones line to Jay-Z?
Yeah.
When he's like, they say 30 is the new 20, but you 40, so who's 30, man?
No. They say 30 is the new 20, but you 40, I'm 30, so who's 20?
Not
Bro,
us.
I just posted that in a group chat or something. I feel like that
Not
just
us.
came up.
Not fucking us. That's for sure.
Jim Jones.
All right. That's going. Oh, we got one more. We got one more.
Oh, shit.
We got a voice note from new father, legendary old friend of ours, Philip Mendelson, a.k.a. Captain Stabbin. Let's take a listen.
Dono Vision. It's your boy Phil out here in British Columbia, beautiful British Columbia. It's raining like crazy. Atmospheric river, they call it. Anyway, we're 3/4 of the way through week 7 here in the NFL, and Mahomes having a bit of an off year, it seems. Just wondering, who do you guys think the next young superstar QB is going forward that's going to have a bit of runway and shake up the league in the next 5 years, for the next 5 years? Keep doing your thing.
Bro, what's with Phil and Mitch, two of our funniest friends, coming in so serious?
Atmospheric river. Have you seen photos of that thing going on over there? It's crazy, bro. I didn't even heard of that shit before, but it's basically just a flood. Easy answer here is Jaden Daniels. That's what everyone wants you to say. Jaden Daniels, although Caleb Williams looking great. But
wait, did he say rookie? Because like I think
he just said young
QB. Because I like last year's class. I'm really liking Jaden Daniels. Caleb definitely figuring it out, week by week. Drake May even.
Yeah, he looks
like
right.
some struggles, but
Bo Nix is doing his thing.
Yeah,
Will Levis out here making entertainment.
Yo, the rookies' records was something crazy coming into this week. It was like fucking, I can't remember, but
there's more of them than ever.
But yo, I still think CJ Stroud, man,
shit week this week.
Yeah, kind of blew it, but still in a position to go 5-1. Came up a little short, but his poise. That game was sick though. Jordan Love and CJ Stroud are like my two favorite young QBs right now, and but as far as like a next 5-year reign of terror,
you ready?
I think CJ Stroud.
The answer is Jordan Love. Do it
but
more.
He's been in the league for a minute.
Doesn't matter.
Though.
He's just getting started, bro.
I know.
He's just getting started,
bro. I was gonna say him because he's actually my favorite.
But I have another answer too, and he's not even.
He's in his 4th year, so I'm like, I don't know.
But that's what they're supposed to do. You're seeing these quarterbacks get wasted because they don't wait. Like Anthony Richardson is being. We'll leave him off because we're gonna get to that. But like that's what happens. What's it? Bryce Young. He's supposed to sit behind someone. Like if they just had Andy Dalton before and he kind of just watched how Andy Dalton worked, he'd be better off. And that's why Jordan Love is succeeding. But the MVP this year, he's not young, but he's going to have a 5-year reign of terror. Jesus.
You're about to say someone ridiculous. I can feel
Jared
it.
Goff. This year's MVP, taking the team to the Super Bowl this year. Looks absolutely unstoppable. I think he was perfect 2 weeks ago. I think he missed like 3 passes this week. Took down the undefeated Minnesota Viking, Jared Goff. I'm a Bills fan, and I love the Bills, but damn, do I got a soft spot for Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
That's not ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go crazier when you were building it up. But, I feel like if the Texans won today, I feel like he'd be in the MVP, top spot.
Goff started really slow. He had a couple slow games, but he's been picking it up, and the team's winning. Dude, what's up with Sam Laporta?
What's up with a lot of people, man? This has been a weird start to the season.
Yeah. So, young quarterback. You say he's not young, but I say he's young in the league. Jordan Love. You're going with CJ Stroud.
Yeah. That's my 1A, 1B. No, because I was going to say Love, but I literally told myself I wasn't going to say him because he's like in his 4th year.
Okay.
He is still a young QB. Okay. Jordan Love, CJ Stroud. That's a nice 2-piece right there. And of this class, I think we both like Jaden Daniels.
So now that Deshaun Watson's out.
Oh, God.
Are we getting Jameis Winston?
Bro, they had him inactive today, and he was only allowed to play because Dorian Finney-Smith. I forget his name, but
okay.
The other backup over there got hurt too, so they activated him mid-game.
Yeah, you can have an emergency player, but he will be the starter now, right?
I have no idea. I hope so because that'll make that team so fun.
Imagine we get Jameis Winston, and then somehow somebody signs Booger McFarland. And they just somehow the NFL is saved by the 2 greatest personalities.
What was that quote I texted you the other day that he said?
Stats are like bikinis. They show you a lot, but not everything.
They show you some things, but not everything.
Holy fuck.
Oh, I missed that dude.
That's going to wrap up this week's edition of the Post Office. Just week 1. We're just getting warmed up here. Send your emails, voice notes to thebuntlive@gmail.com. Shit, maybe people can send a video of themselves if they want. I don't know how we'll make that work. Maybe we'll just end up taking the audio out. But if you're crazy enough, take a video. We'll see what happens.
I dare you.
Yeah. I dare you, yeah. It's awkward as hell filming yourself alone, but it'd be funny. This is the Rundown, the skateboard world source for sports, and we are back. We have missed a lot. A lot has happened. We're almost halfway through the goddamn NFL season, but it's all good. We're here. Nobody wanted to hear our draft picks anyways because it would have just confused people. But we have massive news. We've started a brand new fantasy football league. Right when I was trying to cut down on leagues, we started a new one. But hey, not mad about this one. Heavy hitters, top to bottom. I'm going to list off the 12 people, and at the end of week 6, this is where they stood. In first place, Jake Anderson. Second place, Davis Torgerson. Third place, Mason Silva. Fourth place, Atiba Jefferson. Fifth place, Nicole House. Sixth place, Mike Moe. Seventh place, Sean Malto. Eighth place, D Jones. Ninth place, The Ghost. 10th place, Eric Costin. 11th place, Tim Fulton. And rounding it out in last, I'll mention that 11th and 12th are tied for last, but there's a big discrepancy in points for. In 12th place, Jesse Alba, man. He deserves a better fate. I'll give him that. But he's down there, and he's down there for a reason.
And I'm laying the smackdown on him this week as we speak. So he's going to remain in 12th place.
This is one of the funnest group chats going on our phones probably. Jesse is pure entertainment. But we have instilled a rule. If you come in last, you're kicked out of the league for 1 year. I don't know if we can kick Jesse out.
He is the group chat.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse, you better get some W's, fool.
Yeah, we might have to start helping him. You went in. I guess it was a pretty good trade. It's just one of those name-shocking ones where you're like, but you gave up this. But if you look at the stats, Marvin Harrison for Brian Robinson Jr.
I feel like I lost that trade.
You did lose. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out, obviously. But here we are, the Love Island Survivor League. And it's high stakes right now. I'm laying a smackdown on Sean Malto. I don't really ever thought I would get to say that, but it feels pretty good.
The funniest thing in this league was like week 1 or 2, still like just couldn't believe we even had this league. It's so funny because we're friends with everyone in this league, but Costin we probably know the least, but he was just down. Mm-hmm. Like we've met him and shit, but it was still like funny to see his name pop up in the group chat. Like, yeah. But then I'm like, oh, dude, I'm in a fantasy league with Costin. That's so sick. Then week 2, I'm against him. Start chirping early, and then he came back and destroyed me, and then he chirped me.
That's good.
And
stuff.
I was like, wait. I went from like being all hype Costin's in the league to fuck Eric Costin, man.
Yeah, it's back to business.
Fool just whooped my ass.
Yeah, we ain't playing.
Dude, Jake Anderson is in first place by a mile, which is he's got like 100 and something more points for than the next person, and he's a rookie, man. This fool got Derrick Henry though, Baker Mayfield, Jahmyr Gibbs, George Kittle, Jaden Reed, and fucking Nico Collins on IR. But once he's back, it'll be tough to take down.
So we'll keep you updated on the Love Island Survivor League, aka the Skateboard Celebrity Fantasy Football League. It's been a blast.
One more thing about this league, you know when you see those funny memes where it's like you spent like a month like doing crazy research, show up at the draft with your binders and shit, and then fucking the homie who like auto drafts and like forgets to set his lineup every week. That's Atiba. He's 4-2 in 4th place. And I'm the person listening to a bunch of pods and getting all prepped.
He doesn't give a flying
I'm in
fuck.
9th place, bro. This week, Atiba benched Ramondre Stevenson, like not knowing that he probably should have played him over whatever this guy's name is, Tyler Goodson. Bro, he can't, like he just I saw that he said it on like Tuesday or something, and he just left it not knowing that he should swap it, and then Goodson gets a TD 11 points, Ramondre 2.5. Like every week I look at his team and he's just getting W's somehow.
The best is that his team's avatar is the Jägermeister logo, and you know he's not worried about this. He's worried about where we're going out tonight, man. Let's get to some real NFL news. Couple things to break down. 2 absolutely shocking teams. And by shocking, I mean you could never have predicted that the Minnesota Vikings would start the season 5-0 on the back of Sam Darnold. Justin Jefferson for me was an absolute do not touch. With a 10-foot pole. Sam Darnold, not for me. And look at him now, thriving. They lost today, but it was a dogfight against a team that some people are picking to go to the Super Bowl. So kudos to the Minnesota Vikings and to the Minnesota Vikings fans. I know you're living in absolute fear because this is all going to come crashing down at some point. So what is a logical outcome for the Minnesota Vikings season?
I say Vikings fans, enjoy the ride. You came in with no expectations. Yep. You had such a bad offseason with like really tragic things happening. If you know about their draft pick and stuff, like, and then like their cornerback that they drafted, and then they're supposed to be the future QB. JJ McCarthy tears his knee, out for the season. Like, they just had a brutal a couple months there in the summer. So I actually bet the under on their season. I think they had to get to like 7 or 8 games. I bet the under. They're 5-0. That defense, Brian Flores, fucking making a name for himself again. Incredible defense. They almost stole the game. They had a fucking fumble recovered for a TD today and shit. They're just clicking on all cylinders, and it's great to see. Nicole, Tim, Davis. I know you guys are tempering expectations, but just enjoy the ride, man. You had no expectations coming into the season, so just enjoy it for what it is. I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl, but it's definitely going to be a fun season.
The most impressive part of this, the wins are over the Jets, the Packers, the Texans, and the Niners. All great teams. And they lost on a last-minute kick to the Detroit Lions, like I said. They're not beating scrubs. They didn't play the Carolina Panthers 5 times. They're playing good teams. So the question will be, what do you do with Sam Darnold at
next
the end
year
of this?
I think you start him next year. Oh, I mean, he tore his knee in the preseason, so like maybe he'll needs a knee. Or no, it's meniscus. It wasn't like a full ACL or anything, right? I can't remember.
I don't know, but he'll be good for next year. Usually they bounce back in a year, right?
But sorry, you said outcome. I would love to see them win a playoff game. I think that would be awesome and realistic. But what do they do with Darnold? I don't know, man. Maybe he gets traded, and this is McCarthy's year to kind of learn from the bench, like you were saying.
But he's not even. Is he on the bench because he's hurt?
He might not be yet.
Okay, the other surprising team, the Washington, worst nickname in all of pro sports, Commanders.
That's finally not a nickname. That's their name.
Yeah, whatever. Well, that's whatever they call that. They're also off to a hell of a start. 5-2. 5-2? Yeah. Thoughts on the Commanders?
Love it. I when I looked at my teams after draft season, I was like, damn, I have a bunch of Commanders, and I was kind of scared. I got me some Terry McLaurin. I got Brian Robinson Jr. in a couple leagues, and I had Jaden Daniels, which is, and yeah, like those guys, those late picks are actually what kept me afloat in most of these leagues, because my early picks are all getting hurt or just sucking. So I'm loving it. They're literally destroying teams, and Jaden Daniels got hurt today, ribs. Yeah. And then Mariota goes in, throws 2 TDs. Like, what they put up, like 47 points or something?
Something like that.
But they're doing that to good teams too. Like, they beat some shit teams, but they absolutely manhandled the Bengals a few weeks back. Like, yeah, it's impressive, man.
That was in primetime too. That's for all the world to see. That's the shit you love. Yeah, finally, the Commanders got themselves a quarterback. Next up, the great debate. Anthony Richardson, your prized possession, versus the veteran stalwart, Joe Flacco. What do you do?
It's so tough, but honestly, that fool just needs reps. He barely played in college, and now he keeps getting hurt. He played like 2 or 3 games last year, I think. He's already missed a couple this year. But the thing is, Flacco has an expiry on him, and clearly you want, like, they're not winning shit, you know? Like, they're not.
They're winning games with Joe Flacco.
They just won with Richie today.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Yeah, but a win's a win.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
so.
What's the best outcome if you play Joe Flacco? A first round exit?
They should have traded Joe Flacco.
I don't even know why the Browns let him go, man.
That's a great point as well. But as soon as Tua went down, they should have went and got Joe Flacco.
Yeah, but Richie got hurt right after, and then I don't know. That's a tough one, but if the Colts were like good enough to actually go and make some noise in the playoffs, I'd say play Flacco and like see where you can go with the team. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think, even with Flacco, like there's not a realistic team to make a championship game. I don't think so. Let the young guy just learn through his mistakes. But he's fucking brutal. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Better fit. Devontae Adams to the Jets. Amari Cooper to the Bills.
Well,
yo, Devontae, bro, I used to think that I loved him, man. I thought he was awesome. And then I watched that reality show, and it made me think twice about his character a little bit. And then you see him pop up on Aaron Rodgers' feed on the Pat McAfee show, like the day he got. It's like, bro, why are you? This is weird, man. This shit is making me feel weird about Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and I feel really good about Cooper to the Bills. Great fit.
Yeah, well, the Jets game is on right now, and we already saw the Bills game. Amari fit right in week 1 seamlessly. So for now, I'll say that the Jets better win today, man. If they go 2-5 after basically going all in, they're getting Hassan Reddick back next week, I believe. It's like going all in and then just losing crazy. 2 weeks in a row after you fire your coach, go get Devontae and shit. Like, yeah, they can't lose to Russell Wilson and the Steelers tonight. But I hope they do, because go Steelers.
As a Steelers fan, would you have made the move, Wilson for Fields? You got to see what you have, I think.
Because it was his job.
All summer was to just see what you had in Russ. Mm-hmm. And then worst case, we develop Fields. But clearly that got fucked up when Russ went down. So
yeah, and then being 4-2, like I bet you Russ could have come back a couple weeks ago, but they were just like extending the leash. And then it's like they won last week, but Fields has been pretty brutal the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Barely throwing for any yards and shit. So I'm not mad at it. See what you have in Russ. If he's shit, you can always go back to Fields.
Asking for a friend, will Russell Wilson throw a touchdown in primetime tonight?
I hope so, and I hope it goes to Pat Freiermuth.
Yeah, that'll do. All right. You want to do a little bit of basketball talk. Season is about to kick off. You want an MVP pick, and you want a finals pick. Just off the top of my fucking dome, I'm going 76ers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. SGA gets his MVP that he should have had last year.
I love that. I hate myself for it, but I always want to give the Sixers another chance. I love me some Paul George, love me some Tyrese Maxey, and every summer I'm like, I'll get mad at Embiid during the year and then like hate him, and then I just come back and root for him again the next year. I would love to see the Sixers make it, but the Celtics just look like unstoppable.
They need to do rest management or whatever the fuck they call it these days.
I'll show you my team after this, but listen to these 4 guys I drafted. You're going to be hyped. I drafted our league. Dono left our league, sadly, after 10 years, and he won it twice, so hats off to you.
Should have been 3.
It was a great run, but I drafted Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart.
The New York Knicks.
I drafted 4 of 5 starters.
I forgot them. I should have picked them over Philly. They look way better.
Yeah, so my gut says the Celtics go back, but I'm going to go with my heart. And let's just... Delusion. I'm in New York right now, yo. Delusion. I'm in New York right now.
Do it for the people. Chopped up. Bomb!
Orange and blue skies, baby. Orange and blue skies. As Stephen A. Smith says, Knicks to the finals. Oklahoma City Thunder, I'm with you. Let's fucking do it. And OKC wins.
And the pick for MVP?
Ooh, I want to say SGA too, but I think Luka goes sicko mode and gets himself his first MVP.
He is the worst professional athlete.
Yeah,
to
I
watch
don't
on
even like
TV.
him, but
He is god awful to watch. Takes all the fun out of the sport. Let's talk about the trade real quick. Getting Towns, giving up Randall and Vincenzo. I think it's good for both sides.
I do too. I think Randall was going to come back healthy to a team with all these new faces, and he wasn't going to be the man anymore. Maybe you avoid a headache with that. And fresh start for him. That's one of those ones where I'm happy for everyone involved. Best of luck. Dante DiVincenzo, such a stud. I think he's going to have more opportunities now because that wing spot got crowded as fuck in New York.
Bro, and I think you're moving out of the big city, New York, but it's got to be a cheaper lifestyle there in Minnesota. Keep some money in your pockets, man. Get out of the Big Apple, dude. It costs a fortune. Just looking at you on the other side of the computer screen, I know you're spending money you don't want to.
Thankfully, my
terrible.
mom just paid for dinner. Shout out, moms.
Let's do a NHL MVP.
Yeah, NHL minute,
but
man.
in the NHL, so we're a couple games in. The Maple Leafs have a brand new coach, but we don't really care about MVP. What we care about is who scores the most goals and who gets the most fucking points. That's all that matters. The Oilers off to an absolutely treacherous start. Terrible. I think they're like 0-5 or something like that. It won't last forever.
Austin Matthews
will score the most goals. Without a doubt. The most points, I'm going with Nathan McKinnon, Mac Dog in Colorado. And my finals pick will be the Dallas Stars coming out of the West and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let the delusion hit coming out of the East.
Okay.
I'm not calling the finals.
I'm going with my New Jersey Devils because I'm close by.
To make the playoffs?
Yeah. And my LA Kings. Let's fucking do it.
Two young teams, lot to prove. Love it. That's going to wrap up this week's episode of The Bunt. Thank you all for tuning in. You know where to find us next week. Wednesday, we're going to be on YouTube. Mondays, we on YouTube as well with Random Skater. We just living on YouTube now, man. The ghost finally got his wish. Here we are, and we ain't going nowhere.
Hold on. Last thing, Donald, let me just tell you. You're facing Mason next week, and I'm facing Nicole. You got anything to say to Mason's bitch ass?
Well, it's an absolute must win for me. This guy goes back and forth crying about Amari Cooper more than I go to the washroom at work. So, who knows, man? Who knows, but I got to beat him. Must win. I'm in 8th place.
I've been calling Nicole a fraud all year, and she keeps winning just like Atiba. She's in 5th. I'm in 9th. I'm going to smack you. In fantasy football.
See y'all next week.